Fellas, what's going on? What's going on? How y'all doing today?
Yo, you already know.
Hey,
When the
another day.
Birds win is a great day.
Yes, sir.
Good
Yes,
move
sir.
every week.
Yeah, one hell of a game. I kind of want to say it was kind of just that statement game that they had to make, just against the Steelers, one of the top run defenses. We kind of just had to let them know who we were. Antoine, watching the game, what kind of stood out to you the most?
The defense,
Yeah, yeah.
like coming out and forcing them to 2 straight 3-and-outs. I think we
Mm-hmm.
gave up 2 total yards the first quarter to them.
Mm-hmm.
And, we gave a few turnovers to get them in good field position, but other than that, like the defense, like number one for a reason.
Exactly. How y'all feel about Cooper DeJean on the punt returns? How y'all? Yeah, I'm not liking
I
that.
don't think so. I mean, it's like
I like it.
he's a good punt returner, but that's too much of a liability out there as far as like injuries are concerned. I'd rather just keep him on defense.
Yeah, I agree.
Not
I,
gonna risk
I I
it.
mentioned that a couple weeks ago. I don't like the fact that he's out there. I don't think he should be out there. I really don't think. You got Covey back there. Just put Covey, but I don't think the Gene should be returning punts.
Nah, but if you look at
It's not like
all the greats, they return punts, like especially like early in their career. So
That's true. That's
I
true.
like it.
that is true,
I
Like
but
like
it's
it.
not like
Djax.
he does anything spectacular compared to Covey.
Djax
I
is
mean, they
one.
get like the same yards.
Cooper hasn't done
Give him a
anything yet
chance.
to make me really want to just keep him there yet. Covey looks a
Exactly.
little bit more shifty in that position.
Yeah, no,
See
that's
that?
true. Yeah, I was watching that and I was just like, why did? And then he got the fumble. Honestly, I'm not too worried about the fumble. It was kind of the hits because it's like it just reminds me of Braden Covey. The way he was getting hit in against that Pittsburgh defense is just, yeah, I don't think that was necessary. But with that, talking about that Slay uh, getting jammed all the way over to the end zone,
By
like
Washington, yeah.
yeah, and just seeing Quinion come out there and basically just he fought for his slay. So that kind of lets you
Yeah.
know what type
Yeah,
of team we have compared to Bradbury getting bullied by the 49ers last year. That's just total night and day the way this
Yeah.
defense is now. Just but just yeah, that's what I think about the defense. I'm glad you pointed that out, Antoine. But going back to the statement game, that kind of just hushed all the silence with just Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown, the pass game. Can Jalen do it? Like 290 passing yards? Like how many
Like that.
touchdowns?
But you
Yeah.
but you
Like
know what
that.
that tells me, Warren? All four of us been saying it for a couple weeks now. They're passing less on purpose. So it's not like
Mhm.
he said, it's not that they can't, it's that they're just not doing it. You understand? They're doing what's working. He had to do this to shut everybody up. Now going forward, they'll probably go back to more of the Saquon formula. Either way, he's capable. We've mentioned this before. Jalen can win in different type of ways. He could do it,
Yeah.
and we've been saying it for a few weeks. They've been throwing less on purpose. It's purposeful what has been going on.
Yeah. And just his season has been seeing the transition from the bye to how things were. The bye comes along, and then now the way that they're performing, we're slowly seeing Jalen perform a lot better as well. Like I would say this would be the one season where we've seen Jalen progress in the season to where it's like he's playing a little bit smarter. He's making better runs. He's scrambling correctly. He's not taking the big hits. We know he has a finger injury, but at the end of the day, he's shown he's being a more proficient quarterback going into that.
Right.
So, but yeah, Scotty, how do you feel about this noise that was being talked about last week? They make their statement, and the way people are talking now about Jalen, what's your thoughts on that?
I mean, as far as Jalen is concerned, we've seen him throw for 250 to 300 multiple times. We knew that he could do it. Um,
Mm-hmm.
it's just a matter of shutting everybody up. But one thing that I respect that isn't getting a lot of talk is the coaches, whether it be Nick Sirianni or Kellen Moore.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them said coming into this week, we're going to make it a point to get AJ the ball more. We're going to make it a point to show that we can pass the ball. And they
Mm-hmm.
went out and they did it. In the past, we've had offensive coordinators
Very
and
good
coaches
point.
that say one thing and then they don't do it. So
Right.
that's huge too. We already knew Jalen can do it. So allowing the coaches to just do their thing, get the plays going, get the passing game going, that was great to see.
That's a
Yeah.
very good
So
point about the coach. The
that's how you
coaches not
shut
getting
somebody up.
the coaches not getting their
Yes,
flowers.
sir.
That's a very good point. It's like this team is almost ran by the players in a weird sense. It's not like a traditional team where where the coaches are like we'll forget. It's like the coaches are the background and because these players they're superstars all over the field on all both sides
Exactly.
of the ball.
Mm-hmm. No, that's a good point. I like that.
Mm.
Um, hey, we got to give credit to Nick Sirianni too, just
He needs his
because,
flowers.
yeah,
Yeah,
like this could have been his time where he kind of crashed and burned with all the noise going on, but and especially based off how last year was,
Mm.
and just getting that feel of we all got a little bit of 2023 feels a little bit, and I think when Brandon Graham kind of came in there, he kind of threw some more gasoline on the fire. But like I said, this shows how mature this team has gotten too. Just from that issue happening. And it's kind of like we glad 2023 did happen so we can
Mm-hmm.
actually get better from this. So we got to give Nick his flowers on that, like you said.
For sure.
Um,
you
but
guys got to
yeah,
be honest with yourself. I just want to say one thing.
yeah,
Nationally, everybody hates Eagle fans, right? Nationally, so they thought this was gonna be like last year, or they're gonna collapse right now. This is where they're collapsed. They're about to go down the hill, and they went the
Hmm.
complete opposite. Like they really just went off, and what Antoine said earlier, the defense. Like no disrespect to the offense, but this team's defense is, I'm telling you, is the reason why they're gonna go all the way if they go all the
Mm-hmm.
way. Because, bro,
Yep.
you give
yeah,
up 2 turnovers in the beginning of the game. Most teams hop on that right away. 14-0, 10-0 right away. The defense didn't allow that. The defense
Field
is not
that's
goal.
facts.
allowing. They're not allowing teams to put up a lot of points. They're not making the Eagles offense play from behind. The way they've been manhandling teams, only 163 or 164 yards, I believe, a total offense for the Steelers.
Yep.
That's criminal.
163.
Yeah, once that's criminal. That it's crazy what's going on. The Eagles defense is just they're the best defense by a mile. Like you look at the other
Yeah,
playoff teams, I'm looking at Buffalo, I'm looking at the Lions, and they're not, they're winning, but like you said, these are statement wins. And we played the Ravens, we played the Steelers. They're both contenders, quote unquote. And they didn't even look like a contender, even close to
They
one
didn't.
playing the Eagles. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yep.
So who's the
Hmm.
Eagles' real competitor? Because the Lions doesn't have a defense, Buffalo don't have a defense. These teams don't have defenses. Like the Eagles' defense is just keeping teams like they're just a more physical team. By the end of the game,
Yep.
they might not start off like that, but maybe the first 2 drives, you might get a couple plays in on them. But they lock in so crazy after that, and then it's just really over.
yeah. No, you got a point. I like that. And I think a lot of that is Fangio. Like Vic
Yeah.
Yes.
Fangio
Me
just
too.
coming in and just like the way that he's worked with these younger players, these rookies right now, I think that says a lot, honestly. And just coming in with a whole new defensive coaching staff, and them they all just are working with them. Like, bro,
Yeah.
that's crazy. Not everybody can do that, and a lot of people make that point of, oh well, can the Eagles win the shootout? Our defense won't allow that.
Yeah, we
Like
can't.
There's no such thing
I
as a
don't think we
shootout.
could get.
yeah,
I don't. There's no such thing as a shootout. Yeah,
Not
no.
not with
yeah,
Not this year.
yeah,
Not with
yeah.
the
Did,
Like
Philadelphia
they
Eagles.
did we
exactly.
forget about the whole narrative about the Philly dogs?
Oh, we can never
It's
forget about
back.
that. Yeah,
They
It's
making
back.
noise, bro.
Bro,
yeah,
They making noise.
Nolan
Nolan
Smith
Smith
is.
going crazy.
I don't know what's
Kobe
going
Dean
in,
playing good.
but bro,
Carter
hmm
going crazy.
Carter, Carter's. You know what's crazy? Carter took that year to leave because once again, the disruption he causes right from the beginning of the snap, everything's going wrong because he already got through. You understand?
That's true.
Kobe, all of them, like you said, the narrative was, oh, they got drafted, they bust this and that. Nolan Smith nearly jumped over. Well, he did jump over somebody. Did y'all see that?
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
jumped.
yeah,
I think that was Jalen Warren. Yeah,
Bro, that's crazy. That's
that was
just
wild.
crazy. His
bro.
athleticism is off the wall, bro.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, Big Fangio brought it all together.
He's giving me
So-
Reddick vibes a little bit,
How do y'all
just a
feel
little
about
bit.
Nolan Smith though? Because like we talked about, he's doing well, but they got Bryce Huff. Bryce Huff's leaving. They put him on the bench because he's injured. That kind of gets Nakobe Dean his. I mean, yeah, Nolan Smith his reps. That gives him his reps, and then Brandon Graham gets injured, so that adds the motivation to that. And like Nolan Smith has just been taking off just with all of that. And do y'all feel like we still need Bryce Huff after this? Like
No.
in all reality,
I mean,
like,
for
I
depth
mean,
purposes,
For
but
depth,
as a
yeah.
starter,
Yeah, but his
Nah.
contract,
Nolan
but you don't
Smith-
even
Nolan
have to
Smith won that
reconstruct
He
job.
has a starter contract though,
He
right?
has a starter
3 years,
contract. Yeah,
58 million.
That's the issue. Yeah, the issue is so they would have to. It's a 3-year deal. So I wonder what the context is on that. But think about it, guys. He's been non-existent. The only thing he'll be good for, like Antoine said, is for depth. That's the only thing at this point. Because if somebody goes down, he'll be a decent backup at this point.
Yeah, for sure.
The one thing he does do better with less reps, I think, because if we saw in the beginning of the season, he was starting, he was getting most of the reps, and he wasn't doing any. He was just on the floor the whole time. But as the season progressed, they took a lot of his reps away, and he was actually getting to the quarterback. I don't think he was getting many sacks, but he was getting hurries and pressures. So I mean,
probably to bring him in certain packages.
like you
do
said,
you
Jay,
think that
the
was due to
problem
the
is all
injury?
that money.
Yeah. Do you think it was due to the injury? Maybe.
Possibly. I don't know. I think he's overhyped a little bit.
Yeah, he is. He is. I thought and on the Jets he was a little bit better. Obviously, I watched him at 10 sacks that season, but he's not even close to what he was doing with them.
The
He's not
crazy
even,
part is he had 10 sacks and 40. He played 40% of the snaps.
yeah, he was going. I'm telling you, he was. I was watching him, and I was hype on him when he was coming into Philly, but he hasn't. It's not panning out. You know, he should have been doing something by now. He's not a rookie.
Right.
Yeah.
That's true. That is
There's
true.
no learning curve already. He should already been plug and play. Players like him, you pay them for a reason. You
Yeah.
don't pay them to develop them.
Right.
Yeah. True.
They're trying to make him an every down edge as well, and
Yeah.
they realize that's not him. Yeah,
He
Like
can't do
Scotty
that.
said,
think about it.
Scotty said, you got to use him out of a rotation because that's where he's actually getting results when you're popping him in.
That's a problem though. Like
Yeah, that's a big problem for his
Now
money.
you
At
gotta-
least for his money.
That's why, that's
Yeah.
why we got to use him. Like y'all said, both of y'all said it's true. You got to use him for depth and just whatever ability he can do. You got to get his contract off the books because you got to
Yeah.
pay Nolan. You got to start paying the Kobe. Their rookie
You already-
contract is coming. They're coming up. You
Yeah.
feel me?
Then you got Bradbury's contract that we're sitting on right now too.
That got to go too.
Still.
That contract has to go also.
I keep forgetting
like,
about that.
Yeah, that Bradbury contract is hurting us. I'm hoping they can do something to where maybe they can do a package, end the Bradbury contract, and then try to do something with the Huff contract. Maybe give him to somebody that might be desperate for him. And I say get an edge out of the draft. That's just my personal opinion. You get an edge out the draft, and you got Fangio that's going to coach him up. Like ideally, that's what I would like.
I would like an edge rusher too, though.
Yeah,
More
get
pressure,
an edge
yeah.
out there. That's what we need right now. That's kind of what's holding us back at this moment.
Because there's
And
not
hopefully,
that one dominant one. We don't have that. We had Reddick. Reddick was our closer. That's what I'm
Dominant.
saying.
Yeah.
If Nolan Smith could just emerge a little bit more, he's giving me the vibe of him because his sacks are very opportunistic. They're coming like at the right moment. That means he's pushing for, on those third downs. Like, I think there was one play when he took them out of field goal range. He definitely took them out of field goal range with that sack. He took Russell out of field goal range. And that's just his motor. He has a high motor. He's like a mix of like a Brandon Graham Reddick type of player because
He is.
he
That's
bends.
good. That's good.
He
Yeah.
bends. The way he's bending is like Reddick, but then he has a motor like Graham. And then,
Yeah.
like
That's
you said,
true.
Graham is out, gave him more motivation. Nolan Smith is in there, like you said, because Bryce Huff, the injury and whatever, then him not playing well, and also the Graham situation. Because he might not be getting as much reps, He might not.
That's true.
That's true.
He's probably getting all the reps now.
Yeah, now they're starting to see he's the type of player maybe he got to heat up. During the game he got to get in.
That's true.
He got to heat up a little bit.
some
Like,
You know what's
momentum.
funny? They kept showing him too. Like they kept the whole like first half of the game. The camera kept panning to like literally this much of his face, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
And what we
like
said,
what are they showing him? And then
yeah,
that's why he had a great game.
yeah, he had a good game.
Yeah,
Somebody
and then
knew.
Josh Sweat also has a 1-year contract with us as well. I just thought
yeah,
about that.
yeah.
Oh yeah, he
That's
only
why when
signed a
you
1 year.
said that's why when you
Yeah,
said drop the edge, I agree with that because of the Josh Sweat situation.
yeah,
Definitely, yeah.
And then he
like
might not be back next year, you know.
that's
Yeah,
gonna
that's
be tough.
important. That's actually really important to draft the edge in like top 3 rounds, to be honest.
I mean, even
Or
if we sign him
top.
back for another year, that'll be sufficient.
Wait, what pick do we
But
have
does he want
actually?
that? I think it all depends on where we end up
Yeah,
at
in the
this season.
Yeah.
playoffs.
But we don't have like an unconditional
Oh
pick
no,
for
we
the
don't have
first
any
round, right?
unconditional. No, this year, no.
Nah,
Remember, we got
not this
lucky the
year.
last couple of years. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I
think
knew it
we
was
did
coming.
that. We did something in the third round though. We did.
We
I
Yeah,
think we got majority of our picks in the third round.
Yep.
But
yeah,
yeah, it's definitely something we got to keep in mind. Just because if we got this defense with our core players, we can be in the same situation for the next few years. So that's
yeah.
the reason why I'm thinking like that. And looking at our competition, the Lions are slowly but surely like shredding.
running out of players.
Yeah,
You know,
They
like
leaking oil.
yeah,
they leaking
like
off.
yeah,
I
that
like
is
that
true.
one. I like that one.
Yeah. Then you got the Bills. Like that's Josh Allen doing everything right
Everything. Yeah,
now.
Superman.
I
If
would
you
personally
stop
like to
him,
see this defense against Josh Allen.
oh, me
Like I
too.
think that would be good.
Yeah.
Me too.
But yeah, just going into that and talking about Nolan Smith, like I know y'all noticed this a little bit, but we had Fred Johnson, and we had Tyler Steen out there. So I don't know what's going on with the O line, but these injuries is bothering me right now. Y'all kind of give me y'all thoughts on this. I'll start off with Scotty, but just with these injuries, like, how confident are you that the O line can be healthy going into the postseason?
I mean, they do worry me for sure, especially with Lane. These last 3 years, he seems to get injured a lot at very inopportune times. But we have the best O-line coach to ever exist, so I trust
Mhm.
him. I think when Fred Johnson does come in, he plays great. I think Tyler Steen is making big improvements. So it's good that we have a good depth in the O line because our O line is like our strength on offense, really.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
I think it's good that we do have some good backups. But yeah, man, I really you can't take away Lane in the playoffs. That's the best left tackle in the league. But regardless, I'm confident in the coaches that we have and the backups that we have.
yeah. Shout out Gia. Appreciate you watching
Gia.
this.
Yo,
But yeah, no, that's a good point. Do y'all think? Because I think Fred Johnson is on a 1-year contract with us as well. Um,
yeah.
how did I'm very impressed by Cam Jurgens, but do y'all feel like that can? I feel like that's kind of where we struggle at in the pass game for blocking as well. Sometimes, just sometimes, because y'all see how like sometimes the edge or the linebackers kind of sneak in. I think that's one reason. Like they're getting injured. How many times they were getting injured before the bye this year? Like it was so many injuries. I've noticed when we do more pass, when they're doing more of the pass offense on the O line, they start getting injured a little bit more. Like that's just something that I've noticed. I don't know if y'all noticed the same thing. Might be going crazy, but I think that's why they like being like that on the run offense because they're spreading out. They're out to run down the field. But I just want this team healthy, bro. Like at the end of the day, I just need them healthy. I
Yeah.
want every starter out there for the postseason and the Super Bowl. Shout out to Vincent. What injuries offensive line is healthy. Dickerson was banged up. That was a physical game. Yeah, but when you got to bring your backups in there, that's a problem though too.
Yeah.
We talking about postseason, and they're not young. Like that's one thing we can say. They aren't a young O
Both of
line
those
either.
guys aren't young.
Yeah, they're not young. Um, but yeah, going into our next topic, just what do you guys feel about Kobe Dean wearing the brace too? What's your thoughts on that? And I was just gonna say Jay, but Antoine, tell me what your thoughts are. Or Jay, you
Yeah,
You
I'm
got
listening. My
thoughts on
fault. I
that?
was fixing my thing. Yeah. What was the question? I apologize.
No, Kobe Dean wearing the arm brace. What was your
Oh
thoughts
yeah.
on that?
More or less is prevents. I think prevention, trying to make sure the injury doesn't further. When anybody's wearing a brace, it's for discomfort or prevention usually, to prevent an injury. Or so to me, he's still flying around the field. I don't think he's getting his flowers. So Bourne is getting a lot of attention, but Kobe Dean is filling his gaps and he's
The dog.
doing his assignments. He knows what
Yeah.
he's definitely has improved. And him wearing the brace, I don't see him slowing down. I see him just emerging every single week.
I like that. I like that. But yeah, I noticed the brace. I forgot who it was. I think it was you, Antoine. But somebody was like, "Is Kobe Dean wearing an arm brace right now?" And I saw it, and he wasn't taken out of the game or anything. So that definitely got my attention. Raised a little bit concerned. Yeah, everybody's gonna be banged up going into week 16, but we want these people healthy going into the postseason.
Especially
Because
linebackers. We don't have much depth there either, really.
Yeah, we'll be in
who we
trouble. We'll
got?
be in
Trotter.
trouble.
Got
Jeremiah
Dream.
Yeah,
Trotter.
You got
Trotter, yeah.
Dream. I
And
mean, as long as
then
he's still making tackles, I don't have a problem with the brace.
And I think Ellis, it's not much. There's not a lot there.
do you think if we did have better linebacker depth that he would have come out, or it's not that serious?
Yeah, I
That's a
mean,
good
he
question.
didn't miss.
Yeah.
I don't think he missed a snap. I think he played all the snaps when they was in two linebacker sets. Like he didn't come out the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. And then you got Trotter right there. Who they have after Trotter?
That's
Yeah, I
what
don't
I'm
even
saying.
know,
I
bro.
know they had Van Summer, but remember he's injured. He was a linebacker.
He's hurt.
He's hurt.
Yeah.
So I know. I don't know if they still have Ellis. I know they had another guy back
They got
there.
some guy. It's like an African name. I
Yeah,
can't think
I'm
of the
trying
guy
to think
name.
his name.
Oh, Okong. Oh, wait, no. I know who you're talking about, though. I know who you're
Right.
talking about.
Yeah.
I
I
forgot
haven't
his
seen
name.
him play
That's
though.
a good point. We got, hey, if one of y'all can look that up real quick so we can
Yeah.
know what that is, because linebacker depth is going to be a real big thing going into the postseason. And look, we got to be honest, looking at this, I personally have some teams I don't want to see. I personally do not want to see the Bucks. I feel like the Bucks got our number. I get it,
Yeah.
but it's
You
it's
and me
that
feel
Todd
opposite.
Bowles.
I want to run into them.
Yeah, it's that Todd Bowles defense. Like
No,
that's
I don't think. I don't think they. You know what it is to me? They keep catching the Eagles at bad times.
Yeah, for sure.
that's
You
Oh, the guy
understand?
I was thinking of
You
is
understand it?
Ojomo.
I'm not trying to put an
Ojomo.
excuse
Okay,
on.
okay.
I'm
Yeah,
not trying
But
to
he's
yeah,
put an
not a linebacker.
excuse.
He's a DE.
Yeah, I'm not trying to put an
Ojomo is
excuse.
okay.
I'm not
But
trying to
yeah,
put an
you
excuse on
said
that, Warren. But I just think
you
that they just every time they play the Eagles, it's opportunistic for them. Smitty and AJ out last time.
yeah. I
Jalen's
agree.
first playoff game on the road.
Yep.
Certain situation because when they play the Eagles when they healthy, you saw what we did to them early in the
Yeah, we
season
smacked them.
last season, and we smacked them. You understand? So I would love to run into them because they would have to come to Philly, bro. They would have to come to Philly. This game ain't gonna be in Tampa.
Yeah.
hey, Vince, shout out to Vincent real quick. He told us who that linebacker that from San Francisco. That's who we picked up.
Oh, that's the guy they picked up from San Francisco.
Yeah,
Yeah.
from San Francisco. I can't think of his name right
That
now.
was his name. His name is like an African name.
Yeah,
It's hard to pronounce. I know who you're talking about.
yeah. And then
Scotty
Vincent
Brissett.
also Fangio's a
I said
linebacker.
Ojomo. That's the guy I was thinking of, but he's a defensive end, not
Yeah,
a linebacker.
you
He's
should pin Vincent's comment because he is a linebacker whisperer because he's the one who handpicked Bond and made Bond
Yeah.
Yeah,
switch
that's true.
positions.
That's very
that
true.
That's
is
a
yeah.
very good point. He is the whisperer because he's the reason why Bond is emerging.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's why I'm excited to see what Trotter can do, bro. Like, think about him just sitting back and just absorbing everything.
Right.
And
Learning from
once
the
it's
best.
Yep.
like he's sitting back, he's seeing the Eagles at their highest right now on defense,
Right.
and he's seeing what the expectation
Good
is.
point. Good point.
So
He's seeing the
he's
standard.
yeah, and he's known the standard too with his dad playing.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
that's why personally, like I said, and I know we talked about this 3 shows in a row about Bond, but that's why it's starting to make me think this might be an issue with keeping Zach Bond moving forward, just because Zach Bond, if he ends up being that all pro linebacker,
Oh, he
he's
is
gonna
though.
hopefully he doesn't request as much money because I know Fred Warner's making $42 million. for 5 years, I think. So we just got to be able to afford him when it comes to that.
I think they'll buck the trend. I think they'll work a deal with him. Howie's a wonderful businessman. I don't think he's leaving the building. I'm telling you, bro, what they're building on defense is about to stay for a handful of years, bro. Because what they're building on defense is a real continuity. They're playing. If you look how much they communicate pre-snap, it's crazy, bro. They're
Mhm.
always communicating. They're always speaking to each other. They're always getting the other person in position.
Yeah,
That's a good
because we
point
got.
from Shane. I was thinking that
Yeah,
same thing. But we
I
did
believe
beat the
I'd rather
Giants.
play the Bucks in Washington.
That is true. That I'd
Yeah,
rather not. You see,
But we beat
that's
the
what
Giants
happened.
3 times, remember?
We did, we did,
yeah.
we did. It's not impossible, but I don't like division games in the
I
playoffs
don't like that
anyways.
either.
I don't like that because things get fluky with division
Yeah,
games, and
anything could happen.
But do we really want to play the Bucks again? I mean, I'm not scared,
I
but
want to
like
play the
that's
Bucks in Philly. I want to play them in Philly though, not in
Now
Philly.
that's a good. That's a good point, Jay.
They
Playing the
keep
Bucks
catching
in
yeah,
us in
Philly.
they keep catching us in Tampa on a
in
bad
Tampa.
time, in a bad time. I'm telling you, Jalen's first playoff game, and then when he went back, it was him without. Remember, he had nobody. He had like, feel me, people off the couch. You feel me? He had
Yep.
nobody.
Yeah, Jalen's 1-4 with the Bucks too.
The
He
only
lost
time
two
he did
times with
was
Brady. Yeah,
week
and
one
then last
last year,
year.
I think it was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
with
played them
Slip.
early last year.
Now, I think it was
Yeah,
like week
no,
week 3.
Yeah, it was
Week
week
two or
three
three, yeah.
exactly. It was September. I definitely remember it was week 3 last year.
Yeah, in Tampa.
yeah, that's a good point, Shane. Like I didn't think about the
Yeah,
Commanders.
Mhm.
I really like. We need to get the 1 seed. At the end of the day, the 1 seed is what we really want,
that'd
and
be amazing.
yeah, and this team can travel, so it's not necessarily the home field advantage that I'm worried about. I just see that 1 week of rest
Detroit has
because
to lose one more
That would be
game.
amazing,
yeah,
bro.
because what about our bye, bro? Think about the bye we had. That was what that bye was what week 5 or week 6.
Yeah, week 5.
So like yeah, so they need a week's just to chill and just watch everybody else play. Like
I,
that's
Yeah.
what I
If
would
we
like.
just win out, if we could win out and Detroit loses once, it's ours
it's
because we
over.
would
Yeah,
win.
the
We would
title
win
Nah,
that
locked in.
tiebreaker against
Minnesota got to
Minnesota.
lose too, though, bro.
No,
No,
no, because
if we
no.
tie Minnesota, we would win the tiebreaker.
Yeah,
Nah,
they have
Minnesota
the.
would.
I got this chart. Let me
No,
show you.
strength. We have strength of schedule over them. I
Yeah,
think.
exactly. Exactly. The Eagles and Vikings, if they're tied, bro, it goes to strength of schedule, and we're beating them in that. As long as we win out, as long as we
Oh,
win
okay,
out,
okay.
We have to win out though.
the easiest way to get in, Antoine, is Detroit drop one and we win out.
One.
There's no
Yep.
questions asked.
Oh, okay.
There's no questions asked. We'll have the one
Plus,
seed.
Detroit and Minnesota play each other week 18. I think.
That's what helps us right now because
Yeah.
if Minnesota, that's the game I'm looking at. Because if Minnesota can beat Detroit, they're doing us a favor. You understand?
Yeah.
Even though we're gonna end up tied, we have to shrink the schedule, and they're gonna either way they're gonna beat Detroit, and we just need Detroit to lose once and win out. Bro, the Eagles could run the table hypothetically speaking. This is ridiculous how the season
We
is
just gotta
actually going.
win.
Like they just keep winning, and they're winning against contenders that make them look like pretenders, and then it's like it's just every week there's a story, and then they just debunk the story. What's the next thing that's gonna happen? I'm just trying to. What's the next narrative they gotta knock down?
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Give me 1 second, fellas. Y'all can keep talking though. But
Yeah.
just give me 1 second.
But yeah,
Honestly,
that would
though,
be ideal, bro.
what other team wouldn't you want to play out in the NFC? Like, both of y'all? Go with you first, Scotty.
Uh, I mean, honestly, like I said, I'm not really scared of any of these teams, but I do know how that Todd Bowles defense looks up against our offense. So if I had to pick a team that I don't want to play, it would be Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay.
But
What
I'm not
What
scared of
about
the
you, Antoine?
Packers. Go ahead, Antoine.
If I had to pick, uh, Green Bay.
I was
Really?
gonna
Yeah,
say
that's a
that
good one.
too. I feel like Jordan Love be balling. Remember what they did to Dallas last year in the playoffs? That
Yeah,
first,
I mean, when we played them in week 1, he was kind of slicing us. He missed a bunch of throws too,
yeah.
He did.
I
He
didn't.
missed like 4 throws, bro.
bunch of throws. So
I'll
if I
be
had to
honest with
pick one, I don't like Scott said, I'm not afraid of any of these teams, really. But if I had to pick one, it'd be Green Bay.
Yeah, I would say Green Bay too, because that game when we played them, they were he. I didn't want him to get the ball back when we was driving that last. I was like, I hope, and then he
Yeah.
got the ball back. And remember, then all of a sudden they at the 50. I'm like, this guy's not. He's not quitting. And I remember
Yeah.
telling my boys, yo, bro, Jordan Love is balling. Like he's reminding me like of when Jalen Hurts started ascending. Like people not even talking about this. Like, and he was going toe to toe with it. But that was the Eagles defense before. Every team that we played pre-bye, I can't even think like how they would play them now. You understand? Because I know they would beat the Bucks. I know they would beat the Falcons. You understand? I know they could beat both those teams. I know they can.
Yep.
They could
Yep.
beat the Bucks and they could beat the Falcons, but they just caught them before when they didn't get to make the adjustments they got to make. And the way the defense is playing, bros, I'm telling you, they could beat anybody on this chart right here. And that's not being biased. Anybody, because none of these
Yeah.
teams have a strong defense. The Steelers had a very good defense, and I mean we
Kansas
beat them.
City has a good defense too, but
Kansas City, yeah,
They got a decent defense, but they can be
not
had.
as yeah. They haven't
yeah,
had the better defense as they had in the past because their last 2-3 years, their defense. They lost McDuffie. They lost a couple players. They lost the other corner. I forgot his name to the Tennessee Titans. They lost a
yeah.
couple key players.
Snead.
Snead, L'Jarius
Yeah,
Snead.
yeah.
I like
Yeah.
Denver defense over anybody in the AFC.
Best defense is definitely Denver. Yo, Sean Payton over there, what he's
What?
building
Yeah,
over there.
Denver has a tough defense, but I mean their secondary is just loaded.
Loaded.
Yeah,
How do
I know
y'all feel
certain.
about the Rams going in? Because the Rams,
Uh,
they're
We
getting
put
better.
belt to ass.
They good, but they sweet.
Yeah, they exactly. They could get beat. Yeah, they another team with no defense. You could have all these
They have been
offensive numbers.
snapping.
Bro, I ain't gonna hold you. Stafford with Nakua and Cup, when they rolling, but they weren't doing that versus Philly. This is what I'm trying to tell you.
Nah.
I've been watching all these teams that we beat, and you watch them play the next week or a couple weeks after that. And bro,
They
they're
look
they're
good.
doing they look good. They look
Yeah.
all right. And you know what this is telling me, bro? This is telling me that the Eagles are the bar. The Eagles are the bar. Like if you
No,
cannot,
definitely.
they're not coming close. Think about it. Who came close to beating us? Feel me? The Browns came close because it was a defensive battle, and I still think they were ironing out kinks from the bye still after that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
They still were
hundred
getting it.
percent.
You understand? So it's still they were not fully still rolling yet. But then after that, everything, bro, the way they made the Ravens, Steelers, and the Bengals look, held them all under 20 points. Come on.
Yeah, that's true.
Put the AFC North in the trash
Yeah,
can,
all of
and
them. They
Jalen made
beat
it
all
look
of them
easy.
under
Yeah,
20. You're talking about Joe Burrow couldn't get 20 on them. You understand? He had 19. You know, they couldn't get 20 on them. You're talking about teams that put up 400 yards, getting less than 200 yards a game.
hmm
Bro, they're taking away everything. And I don't want to hear about Pickens because if Pickens was there or not, Pickens is not a generational talent as good as
Right.
he is.
Nah,
He's not somebody he's not Jamar Chase,
he would
honestly.
have been. He would have been. Guantanamo Bay. Is that what it
Yeah.
is? That's where
Oh
they
Facts.
yeah,
sending them these
definitely.
days.
two catches
Facts.
Yeah,
for 13 yards.
that's
Facts.
where.
Facts.
That's where
Damn.
they're
Facts.
sending them right now. But yeah, even Quinyon, bro, Quinyon Mitchell. He's in. He's actually leading rookie of the year. Um,
Yes, sir.
I think it's just the interceptions that's just not like tipping it over, but hopefully we get one. If we
Yeah, if
don't
he
get
I'm
can
one
glad
go,
people
now,
realize it though. I'm glad people realize it without the interceptions though. That says a
Yeah, they
lot.
because you know what it is, Scotty. They looking at the PFF. They're looking at the grades, and
Exactly. The
bro.
analytics.
yeah,
He's there with all the corners, not just the rookies. He's leading all the rookies by a landslide, and so
right.
is him
Yep.
and Dejean is ridiculous, bro. I still think it's ridiculous how we got these two. We've been starving for corners, and then we got Slay and Bradbury, and then we watch them fall off. Slay's still
hmm
playing, but he's not the Slay from 2022 or from 2021, but he's still Slay. And now we got
exactly.
these two weapons, bro, and we got them on rookie deals locked in the next 4 seasons.
The two best corners in the draft, in my
That's
opinion.
crazy.
We got
Yep.
both of
Exactly,
them.
bro.
We
That's a
got both of
fact.
them.
That's a fact.
But
Yeah,
I think if Quinyon was to have more interceptions, like he'll be a Pro Bowler.
Oh
I
yeah.
think he won't make the Pro Bowl because the lack of interceptions, but I still do
Numbers.
think he could win
Yeah.
defensive rookie of the year for
I
sure.
think he's gonna get all pro though. I think he could get all pro even as a rookie because they're gonna somebody's gonna bring this up. You know, somebody's gonna this is gonna be on the table. Like this kid needs attention on him. Like, look at
yeah,
his resume. Look at his because bro, the season is still going, and look at how deep his resume is
Yeah.
already.
yeah.
Crazy, bro.
This is just last 5 weeks. Just going into the comments for a little bit. We appreciate y'all watching this too. Please don't forget like, comment, subscribe. we love doing this. We love talking about the birds, and we want to get y'all's opinions on this stuff too. It's not just us four up here; it's y'all involved too. Looking at Gio's comment, big shout out to Kenny Gainwell.
Facts.
I was
Kenny
I was gonna bring him
Gainwell.
up too. I was gonna
Shout
bring
out
him
to
up too.
Kenny
Big shout
G.
out to Kenny.
Kenny Ball.
Looking at Vincent's, he said the offensive line is young. Lane is only 30. Yes, he
I was
is
going to say
only
that
30.
too. I was going to say that too. Lane the only old head on the line,
Yeah,
bro.
let's stay on that topic real quick. When you brought that thing, I wanted to tell you the O line. Be honest with you, when I think of the Philadelphia Eagles, the last concern of mine is the offensive line. I'll tell you why. Just because of what Scotty said earlier, they have the best coach on the planet for that position. So it's almost like he almost just runs that whole entity, and whatever combinations come up, he just figures it out, and it just works.
It worked.
I really wish we should have gotten Tyler Guyton. He's with the Cowboys right now. Maybe since he's
He ain't
not
doing
playing
too
well, we
good,
can pick
Warren.
him up.
He
Yeah, I
ain't
know
doing
that's
too
from.
good.
But is he not doing too good because of the team that he's with? I think if you bring him to our
That's
side,
true. Because look
Lane
at Mekhi
coached him up.
Becton.
Lane coached him up though. Yeah,
Look at Mekhi Becton. He was not doing well with the Jets. High
because
pick, bust, and comes to the Eagles. Now
Good
he's
point.
playing like a Pro Bowler.
Well, you know how they let Kelsey pick Jurgens? That's what they did with Lane. Lane picked Tyler Guyton from OU because Lane went to OU. So he handpicked him, but the Cowboys had that pick, so they're gonna get him. But moving forward,
They so miserable, them Cowboy fans, but let's not even talk about that.
yeah, can't even give it to him. I believe that rather Bucks. We talked about that. I still think we need the number 1 seed when it's all over. We really do.
We do.
I think we would like it. I think in Philly they would love that, and we just need that, bro. After how last year ended, like going back to that number 1 seed, that'll be crazy. And I want to see
That'd be
Detroit
wild.
out there too.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
That'll be the
guys,
last
too.
Infinity Stone.
The Eagles are playing well on the road this season too. They're playing very well on the road. They're on the road. They don't seem to be shaken. If they end up with the 2 seed, and let's say they do end up going to Detroit, let's just say, I'm not too worried about them playing in Detroit because this defense is all about preventing the big play, and the Lions are all about the big play, and that's what we're gonna take away from them. We're gonna take that explosiveness away from them. They're not gonna those bombs and stuff that's not gonna exist. You're gonna make them beat you under the field, and they're running out of players. It's getting crazy.
David Montgomery is gone right now. He's gonna be out for the season. So
and they
now
lost
it's
a
all up to
defensive tackle. I
Gibbs.
forgot his name. They lost a defensive star.
Is he in your fantasy?
I need that. I need that man, yo.
Oh,
He was in your fantasy.
I'll let you, David.
I think that looks like Antoine's beating Scotty if I'm reading the room.
Nah, I'm gonna see him. I'm gonna see him in the Super Bowl. He ain't beating me still. We figured it out.
Without Montgomery, though.
But Shane,
we'll
I like that point that you made about the Packers. Like that
is a good point. He bringing up a lot of good points.
Yeah, the Packers are heating up. Richard, what's going on?
That's the one team I don't want to run into. I said Jordan Love. I believe in Jordan Love. I really do. I believe in him as a quarterback. I don't want to play him. Yeah, I don't want to play him.
He said Q is the best corner since Eric Allen. Yeah.
True.
Well,
I still think Samuel was balling. So
I like Asante. I love Asante.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I love Asante too.
My first Eagles jersey was Asante Samuel. I still got it.
And we had Lito Shepherd and
Lito Shepherd. Yeah.
They was dogs too.
I would say if you want to say talented corner, that we Eric Allen was extremely talented. Q is in his own island, I believe, right now.
Nah, for sure.
Yeah, what he's doing is like
Bay.
What he's doing.
This is just his first year. This is his first year.
That's the crazy part.
Slow down on him. Wait till everything starts slowing down for him.
That's what they were saying. They were saying, yo, he plays football like he's an old man already. Like he's been in the league 10 years already. That his recognition, like he playing football like he's old.
Yeah, you got the
only reason he wasn't like so hyped up like Sauce is because he didn't go to a big school. He didn't go to an SEC school.
Major point on that. That's
did y'all hear that story behind that?
Well, yeah, he
had bad grades, right, or something like that.
Yeah. He had a lot of offers.
He had bad grades and he had offers. He had Alabama's head coach.
Everybody.
Yeah, he even went to his house, talked to his parents, all that. But he said, I'm gonna stick with Toledo just because they worked with me when it came to my grades. So he stayed loyal to them. So like the fact that tells you a lot about a player, the fact that they're willing to do that.
His loyalty is there.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, Richard, Jalen Carter is a throwback defensive line. Yeah.
Hey, listen.
He is. He the
Speaking
best.
speaking
Best in the
about
league.
Jalen,
Bring
they,
it up, Antoine. Bring it
they
up.
said when in practice he can't go full speed because he'll blow up every play. They said
Oh
like
man,
he.
That's
They said they got
crazy.
to work on certain stuff, so they be like Jalen, don't go full speed on this one. We got to try to
oh
work on it.
man.
You
The
gotta you
ego is
gotta
through the
chill,
roof.
Jalen.
And you see it though. You see it in the game. Like he
You gotta.
wrecks every play, bro.
That is crazy information, bro, and I fully believe it. Think
And we
about
got a
That's
great
that's
offensive
fire.
line, and they telling him to take it easy.
his
They like slow
nickname when he
down,
came
bro.
out was Baby Rhino. Like I just keep thinking about a rhino rushing when I think of
Hey,
Baby
that's
I,
Jalen.
bread
want to
man,
see.
bro.
I want to see his stats compared to Aaron Donald's stats in the first 2 seasons.
It might
Yeah,
not
we
be up
can we
there
can
because
try to
he's
pull
not.
that up real quick.
Yeah, StatMuse could probably help you. He's not. I don't think his numbers are up there, but his pressure. I want to see
Pressure for sure.
his pressure
Yeah.
rates. I got.
The
It's
pressure's
it's
It's
the
got to be
pressure that
crazy.
higher,
they're
bro.
putting on them. And you want to know what's crazy? Watch till the postseason, because when the postseason comes, those referees are going to be blowing the whistle on every little thing.
He
So all
doesn't
that
get any
holding that they're
holding,
Hopefully,
bro. He's
doing,
getting.
hopefully.
yeah,
He's getting
yeah, all that
held.
holding, keep it
He
He
doesn't
happening.
get
gets held
called.
every play, bro.
He doesn't
Every
get
play.
called. He don't even get one. He doesn't even get one.
Right.
Yeah, that's facts. Richard said Detroit Lions have no defense now.
They
I
Who
never
just
had a
got hurt over
defense.
there? Who just got hurt?
they
Their
yeah
defensive tackle, I don't know his name. They lost
yeah,
Montgomery
that's
and a
right.
defensive tackle.
Yeah,
Uh-uh.
they losing a lot of key pieces right now. Aiden
They're up to
Hutchinson
4
did say
starters.
if they go to the
I
Super
saw that.
Bowl or the NFC Championship, there's a possibility he can come back. But at the end of the day, like, there's no like, bro, just sit out, just
Yeah,
Just
sit out,
chill,
that's
bro.
very
He
get
ain't
risky.
getting
healthy.
there.
Yeah,
He's not
like
gonna even be in game shape.
Yeah.
don't let Lane get at you, bro. Don't let Lane come at you.
Yeah, you don't want to do that, bro. You're gonna get
And
hurt again.
don't let Jalen juke you out too. Like that's crazy. Because we know Jalen and Saquon put crazy work on them.
Crazy work.
Kevin, even if we finish second seed, we'll play the first game at home. The Stafford would be tough. Yeah, but you got to think about
I'm
it.
not worried about that.
These dome teams don't play
They're
good
not
after
ready
the
for
West.
that December or that January Philly weather,
And
bro.
and like
Man,
he
Yeah,
said, if you finish with the
god
second
damn.
seed, you have home field advantage over everybody but the 1 seed. So it doesn't matter who you play. You're gonna be at home regardless. I don't think he would be that tough. Like you said, the cold weather on the road in Philly's an extremely terrible place to play for an opponent
yeah.
of playoffs. Very hostile. If
Everyone
they're
seems to be
hostile,
overlooking the
the
That's
Vikings.
a good point,
fans.
though.
Hey, Kevin,
But
that's a real good point.
we on that. We know history repeats itself, and it will
Very
again
good
if it
point,
has
Kevin.
to. But that
I
is a
do.
good point.
I'm one of the people overlooking them. I'm not even gonna hold you.
Me
It's one of
too.
those teams that you look at their record and you look at their wins and you're just not that convinced. Like,
Yeah.
even yesterday they should have wiped the floor with the Bears. You understand?
Well, they
Bro,
said
they're
that
like the
about us
Bills.
too. They
They're
said that
like the
about us
Bills of the
too.
NFC.
No, but look, this is the difference
Yeah.
between us, Warren. This is the difference between us. How did we end that game? This is the difference between the Eagles and the Lions. We're not trying to get into shootouts. We're trying to impose our will. We're trying to beat you by time of possession, defense, and running the ball. 10-minute drive to end the game. Do you
Damn.
understand that? Detroit Lions
That's
would never do that.
crazy.
They're trying to run
I've
up the
never.
score, go back and forth with you, not this team. And I don't know if I've ever seen that too, Scotty, to your point where you just said, I don't know if I've ever seen a 10-minute drive end the game. I've
I have
seen
no
crazy
idea.
Yeah, that
nine.
was crazy.
I've seen drives that almost last a whole quarter, throwback stuff like that, running the ball crazy, couple fourth down goals. But what they did, bro, just tells me that they could impose their will on any team, bro. And I just feel like there's no team right now that has that dog like the Eagles have that dog in them. They're getting into shootouts. They're getting into, to like fights, and we're just dominating teams.
Dominated.
Yeah,
Yo, this what
that's a
Shane
good
said.
point.
Did Asante Samuel play for the '06 Eagles when they went to the Super Bowl with
No,
I
Donovan
don't think
McNabb and all
so.
them?
no, no.
Okay,
He came after
He was
that,
on
right?
the
he
Pats on
came
that
after.
time. Yeah.
Okay,
I think
Yeah, he
so.
came after for sure.
He
Yeah.
came after. He was on the
okay.
Pats during that game.
Okay. He said, "How
How
early
early
should
should
we
we?
take
Oh,
it?"
tight end is a good point. I think we need to take a tight end in this draft because I don't think Goddard's going to be able to sustain another 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
You don't like
I can see him.
Calcaterra?
I like
No,
Calcaterra, but
yeah, but I don't think he.
I don't
You
like
need a
Jack Stoll as a tight end too. I think we should get a tight end 1 in the draft or a tight end 2, and then put Grant at the 1 or the 2
yeah. Think about if they
because
had
he's
somebody like
good.
Brock Bowers. Like I like Brock Bowers on the Raiders, and when
All
they
right,
was
we're not gonna
about to
find
draft
nobody
him.
like that though.
But think
That's
about they got to
Yeah, he
draft
nice,
somebody
bro.
like that. Draft a tight end 1 like that because he got drafted. He didn't get drafted that high. Like he wasn't. He was in. But we're
No,
not
Nah,
he
gonna
he
get
was.
was
that.
Yeah,
good.
he got
bro,
drafted.
he was
Yeah, he
like
was first round.
first round.
No,
Yeah,
first
he
round.
was
But
first
how high
round.
was he? Was he top 10 or top 15? Top 20?
I want to
I
say
don't
the
remember
Raiders
that,
weren't good
but
last year, so I would say top
I
10.
know he went high. He probably did. You're right.
He
Guy
was
probably
a he
might.
was the first pick that the Raiders picked up.
Yeah, I know he
yeah,
was
Yeah,
definitely a first round pick. I just don't know how high because we're always gonna pick in the end. You could get a good tight end at the end of the first round
because it
usually.
I
was
like
all
the dude from Penn
QBs.
State.
Yeah, it was all
I
QBs,
wouldn't
and
I wouldn't get a tight end at the end of the first round though.
It's
Like
unless
either you
think
get
about it.
a Browers or you wait till like the third or fourth round.
Because remember, think
I mean,
about
you
it.
can find a good tight end later in the draft though. Like
Yeah,
that
for
happens all
sure.
the
After
time.
For sure.
after what
Cardinals
happened
and
last year, I
Toronto.
never seen that happen where all the corners went and the Eagles were picked 20 and the Eagles got the first corner off the board. You just never know how a year works out where a
Right.
player that you don't lands on your lap. Like because Quinion is not supposed to be an Eagle. Like you understand if teams were there's no way a corner is
Carter
getting picked
either.
with like Carter either. The
Yeah,
way they
same.
got
Yeah,
Carter,
Carter was
they
because of
Yeah,
the accident.
they
yeah.
dropped to the Eagles. You understand? They drop opportunistically. So once in a while, you get that player that drops you, and you got to take them.
But
Yeah,
remember, I think it was the Falcons picking Michael Penix that threw everything off.
It
It
did.
It
was.
was
It was.
yeah,
it
hell
was the
yeah. Even
Falcons
even
picking him
Kurt
up.
didn't know that.
Yeah, that's what threw everything off, and everybody had to
Trickle
change their
bang.
picks up. Yeah,
Yep.
so thank you, Atlanta. Thank you.
Thank you,
Facts.
Atlanta.
Hey,
Yeah,
going off what bro said, like yeah, they threw it Asante, but he'll take it to the house on you though.
Yeah.
Asante
Like
Asante.
caught
Colin
it.
Kaepernick,
and
he
it's
was
the
he was
it's
on
the
Assist,
Kaepernick
though.
collection.
interceptions. Can we say it's the interceptions? Then that's
It's
the only reason.
interceptions.
Or it's
Yeah.
the
I mean,
interceptions, bro. What are corners supposed to do?
Oh,
Stop
they
the
locking
run.
down. Yeah,
No, but I'm
he's
saying they're
definitely
supposed
locking
to
down.
intercept the ball. That's the most. That's their best. That's like them getting a touch. Like and essentially
You
that's
getting the
their
ball back.
biggest play they can make, picking
that's
the
a
ball off.
touchdown. Yeah,
Yeah, you
You
getting the
understand?
ball
That's
back.
like a touchdown for them. Every
Yeah,
pick is like a touchdown for them, whether it's a pick
it's
six
even
or
harder
not.
actually
It
if
but
you
is
think
harder.
what
about it.
Yeah, you're right, actually, Scotty, because you don't get as many picks as touchdowns or even close.
that is true.
Yeah,
But I was thinking about this too, and it's gonna go into that conversation. We're gonna go into, but don't is it more because this team is putting up more pressure and more just containing the wide receivers and the receivers? That's what's making us good. Because last, like with Jonathan Gannon, we were getting the sacks, we were getting the interceptions, but when it came down to the big game, that's when we were fumbling the ball. That's where we had holding calls, all that stuff. So I think the good thing about this Vic Fangio defense is maybe they're not looking for the big interception or the big sack, but as long as you're allowing that pressure and you're actually containing these receivers, that's what's going to make it more difficult for them. Because if you're offensive coordinator and you're not getting anything going, like that has to be frustrating, bro.
Yeah,
Like
for
think
sure.
about it.
yeah.
You literally throwing the kitchen sink at them, trying to figure out what can you do, but we just containing everything and
It's
we
not
stopping it.
working.
You can get a sack, but after that sack, they can still throw 30 yards over your head.
Yeah, and they
So
say
like,
that everybody got the Big Fangio's scheme,
Yeah,
mhm.
but can't nobody teach it like Big Fangio.
Big Fangio.
That's the
Yeah,
difference.
I
That's the
think you
difference.
mentioned that at training camp too. He was like, "Yeah, there's a lot of people that know it, but at the end of the day, there's stuff I don't tell them." So we
They
seeing it
can't
right
teach it
now.
like you teach it.
They can't
Yeah,
teach you everything.
plus
but
the long drives help the defense out a lot too. Like what's that
it
saying?
does.
Good defense or a great defense is an offense that runs the ball or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like when
yeah.
we're keeping
Yeah.
our offense out there for long drives like
Hmm.
that, letting the defense be healthy. I mean,
They just
everything's
played
just
43
clicking, bro.
plays. 43
Yeah,
plays, bro.
that's crazy.
43
We
play. That's
had
crazy.
20 minutes more of possession of time than
Yeah,
they
we
Yeah,
had
did,
it's
bro.
21
38.
plays on one drive. They had 43 the whole game.
That's crazy.
Let's see what Kevin said. Do you guys think that AJ said anything wrong? He
No,
just starts
Nope.
asking the writers trying to. I'll kind of take the lead on this, and then we can go into that next topic. And if y'all want to throw in too, but I feel like AJ said passing. I feel like everybody in that locker room knew exactly what it meant. It was the media that turned it into Jalen Hurts is not a good quarterback for that passing to be elite. Like, yeah, he said passing.
I'm
That's who the
laughing.
media. Then the
It's
media
so
took
funny.
that and ran with it, showing us the film, talking about what Jalen hasn't done, how non-elite he is. But at the end of the day, Jalen says it's going to run. It's going to run the way I want it to run. So maybe we don't need passing. We've shown that we don't need to pass the ball as much as all these other teams are doing. And we got our wide receivers with fresh legs.
But to
And I like
be
it.
elite, I think you do gotta be able to pass the ball though.
Oh, you do.
I agree.
Yeah, most
So we
definitely.
got we
But
we know we got an elite offensive line, elite running game, and you need to have that passing too to bring it all together.
Steelers defense was giving Saquon stone. They were stonewalling for most of the game. So think about it. You're gonna run into a game where he's not gonna be.
Right.
He's not.
Yep.
And what do you gotta
that's
do? You
true.
gotta go.
That is true.
You gotta go
Like-
to the next best option. But like he said, Hurts said at the end of the game, just because they're not, don't mean they can't. You know, understand? Just
True.
because we're not
Yeah.
passing, don't mean we can't pass. You understand? It's just ridiculous the narrative on him. They're gonna come up with a new story this week or so, or next week or so. And they're gonna come up and say something now. You know, because Foxworth said something. You know, what is his name? Dominique Foxworth. He mentioned something today on
Yeah.
the show. Something about Jalen being like, thinking he could get the pass because he's a handsome person and he thinks he could. He
That's
just
funny,
had a
bro.
bad game. You know,
Yeah.
he's not really who he is. It's giving hater vibe, giving Chris Sim vibes to me. You understand?
Yeah.
Like, why are you just,
Chris
like
Sims.
y'all sound like y'all have a personal problem with Jalen. It doesn't even sound like an analyst speaking on his game. It sounds like you just don't actually like him. And to be truthfully honest with you, what is there not to like about Jalen? The dude doesn't do anything but just play
Yeah.
football, win. He doesn't badmouth people. He doesn't trash talk. He just plays the game how it's supposed to be played.
And what Shane said here,
Good point.
he says it wasn't the media, it was more BG. Yes.
It was.
BG,
But the media runs
did
with it,
add
though.
to that. Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
the
but
media
BG
does run with
started
things
it.
that we tell them.
BG started it, but you know how the media is in Philly, bro.
Yeah.
I see
And
the
I think
Sixers.
at the end of the day, it's BG. Like, BG did add to it, but I think that made the whole situation say we need to shut all this noise up. Like,
For sure.
I still don't. Yeah, I think BG in the long run it helped us. In the long
Looking, I
run,
was just gonna say,
it's
looking
gonna
back,
help us.
I'm glad it all happened.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm
He said
glad
Chris
y'all all
Sims is
agree
the
on
devil.
that because
He said Chris Sims. I agree
I'm
with you,
glad
bro.
y'all all say that because
They
now
do
we're
look
gonna
like the
look
devil.
back. We're gonna look back
Yeah.
and look at back in BG and thank BG for this because maybe we did. Maybe he did it purposefully. Like maybe they not communicating. I mean, you just never know.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we got good results from it.
Now y'all know Dominique Foxworth. His cousin is Dak Prescott, right?
I did not know that.
For
I
real?
did not know. I
Yeah,
Yeah,
did
his
not know
cousin.
that. And
His cousin's
Well,
Dak
that
Prescott.
explains
Oh,
a lot.
explains why he's an Eagles hater. Explains
Yeah.
it all.
It's
Think
the
about it.
captain of
Chris
the team,
Sims'
so
father
good
is
team.
who? Who's Chris Sims' father? Phil Sims. Who did he play for? So there you go.
Giants.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from, Shane, but like you got to kind of look at it like this. It's the locker room, but you know they all go their separate ways after that. So
Yeah.
maybe BG is just going based off what he sees and how everybody's interacting with each other. And we all know Jalen is probably the most difficult person to read at the end of the day. So I feel a little bit of that. But
I agree
BG,
that BG
What's
needs
that?
a little less camera time,
Yeah.
a little less media
y'all-
time.
did y'all
He's
see him
gonna learn.
yesterday?
He's gonna learn his lesson. I saw him on the field like before dapping up everybody.
Oh no! Yesterday with his radio show. So he does a radio show with WIP every
Yeah, the new
Monday
show.
night. and
Every
then
Monday, yeah.
and every Tuesday morning
That's
he
what
goes
got
to
his
the
ass in
studio.
trouble, bro. That's what got
Exactly.
his ass in
Yeah.
trouble.
That's
why
what it
he-
was.
But I think he has a contract signed with them to where he does that. He has a contract with them, and he
Yeah, for
said
sure.
he committed to doing it all
Yeah.
for
I
every
actually
game.
forgot. I
so.
forgot about that.
Don't fall
Yeah.
into their toxic vibes. That's the most toxic radio station in Philadelphia.
But hey, Brandon Graham does be defending the team. Like I don't know how often y'all watch it, but he does defend the team and tells them like we're gonna prove y'all wrong.
I
So,
might tune in because he's
He's
on
been
there,
like
but
that.
I don't listen to anything
Yeah.
WIP says, bro.
Yeah, bro, it's toxic. It is toxic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
like they
yeah. That's
said,
true.
Jalen is AJ's kid's
Yeah,
godparent.
they're
yeah,
like
he
they're
is.
damn near family. They're damn near family.
Bro, they were
They
with each other when they both got drafted. Like all the
bro,
media just tries to
Exactly.
say shit, bro. I mean,
bro, they
they're
have
good
they said
friends.
they have a relationship. They could go each other's house and open a fridge. That's the type of relationship they have.
Yeah.
It's like that's
Yeah.
literally their brothers. They go each other's house, family, play dates. Like
Hey,
Uh,
I hear you, Kevin. No, he's got a point because if you watch the mic'd up with
mic'd
Saquon
up.
Barkley,
Hmm.
bro, I never realized that he was that big of a leader because I mean we
Yeah.
didn't watch no mic'd up Jalen or
Yeah, you got a
mic'd up
point.
Saquon on the job.
I
But
think it's
yeah,
not. I think like what Saquon does is straight leadership. Think about it, he was with the Giants, so like somebody had to do it. But like, but like Jalen's leadership is going to be a lot different than
Yeah.
Saquon's style of leadership.
yeah, two different
So
yeah,
people.
yeah, so I think it's two different types of leadership. We got 8 people right now watching. We appreciate y'all, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. But I want to get y'all's opinion on something, and I kind of mentioned this to you guys as well. Al, would you prefer having Vic Fangio defense week 15 going into 16, or would you rather have Jonathan Gannon's defense going into week 15 going into 16? Um, which defensive coordinator would you prefer right now? And I'll start off with just Jay. What you think?
I'll be truthfully honest. I'm not even gonna go around the question. I definitely would not pick. I would definitely pick Vandrew. I definitely would have picked Gannon's defense. And the reason why is because Jonathan Gannon was never liked in Philly from the beginning. Even though they finished top 5 and pass defense and rush defense that season, like the 3 and 4 they finished, he still was not like his scheme was still a little vanilla. A lot of big plays used to come up. We were never fond of him, and we can never ever forgive how he could not scheme up something for Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl. We gave up the most points all season that game in the Super Bowl, and we were a good defense. You know, we had a pretty decent defense, and we got 0 sacks in a year that we almost broke the record for the sacks. You know, for the 85 Bears record, we almost broke it, and I just was never sold on that defense. I feel like that was more of an offensive team carrying them, opposed to this is different than this year. I think that the defense is carrying this whole team.
Yeah. Kevin says Fangio. Shane says Vic Fangio.
Fangio,
Kevin
100%.
will be Kevin will be back. Richard says Fangio.
Shout out to
He
Just
said,
Kevin.
"Be
Shout out
right
to
back."
Kevin with the
Be right back.
BRB.
Hey, but what do you think, Scott?
Bro, I mean, it's not even a comparison to me, really. I'm taking Fangio all day, and it's crazy because last year or after the Super Bowl, if I would have seen Gannon anywhere, I'm slapping him, bro, as
Yeah,
hard as I possibly can.
facts,
But
facts.
hey, I
We
will
we
throw
still
this out
slap
there
him.
though. I
Hold
will
up,
throw
hold
this
up.
out there. So, do you think So remember, do y'all feel like Vic Fangio is probably going to get some defensive players signed, some one year players signed to some better deals? Because Jonathan Gannon did the same thing, and with the
He didn't get
sacks,
nobody back.
like,
He let everyone walk.
He let everybody walk.
hey,
Nobody wanted to
I
play
don't
that.
think that. But Jonathan Gannon can't do nothing about
But
that.
the
That's
thing, look,
all.
let me get back. The thing I was saying
What
though
is he
is
doing in Arizona? Look at what he's doing in Arizona.
he's
BS,
just,
bro.
bro. I feel like
BSing.
Vic Fangio gets the players respect more than Gannon did. I never thought of Gannon
Sure.
as like a leader, as like a defensive coordinator that you're gonna listen to and respect. Like Fangio got his whole own scheme, bro. Like there's
Sure.
no Gannon scheme. I
That
didn't
is a
see none of
fact.
that.
There's no Gannon.
So
Gannon was just a guy.
he's just a
Now
guy.
Just a
I will
guy.
throw this out there. I'm playing devil's advocate, so I gotta get y'all's opinion. Now, Jonathan Gannon did take us to the Super Bowl. He did, even though we didn't get any sacks.
Jalen Hurts took us
He
to the Super Bowl.
with the help of the defense though.
They did, but
Big Fangio's never been to a Super Bowl from
no,
his
he's never.
defense.
No,
So
never, never.
I'm just playing devil's
That's a
advocate.
good.
You
That's a
know what
good
makes
point.
Gannon look a little bit better is the dude that we had last year, bro. I don't even know his name.
Who?
Sean
You're talking about
Desai.
Sean Desai.
Yeah, Sean
Sean
Desai.
You
Like,
Desai.
know his name. You
I
just
wanted
forgot it.
Gannon back.
You
I wanted
forgot
him
his
back
name.
last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I
That's what I'm
didn't. I
saying.
couldn't.
That's a name you
He
don't want to think about. You want to
That guy
erase
didn't
that
look
name.
trustworthy. He didn't look trustworthy.
Nah, Something about him.
But yeah, it was something about him. Didn't get it.
Right.
But hey, that's now Vic Fangio has never. I think this is the best defense that Vic Fangio's ever had. That's just my
I mean,
personal
yeah, he's
opinion
got skill players everywhere.
because this is his first defense that has been number one defense. Jonathan Gannon, he didn't have the number one defense, but he had an elite defense.
It was top 5.
It was
How
top
about this
five.
one
Yeah, he
too?
was top five
You
in
got to think about
both
it.
categories. He had a good defense. The sack, bro, 72 sacks or
Yeah.
73. I believe
71 or 72?
It was something
We
like
Something
were
that.
like that.
now. Remember, we were
Very
leading in
close.
interceptions too. We were leading in interceptions
At
around
one
that
point.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was CJ getting all the
Yeah.
interceptions.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. We seen Gannon take it to the Super Bowl.
All right.
Vic Fangio, yeah,
This was my thing. Nobody like Jonathan Gannon, right? I always been the type to be like whoever we got, that's who I ride with. I rode with Jonathan Gannon all through the year. I like, bro, he got a top 5 defense. It looked bad at times because people just march up and down the field on us.
It did.
We
But
give
somehow
up
they top
fucking
5.
500 yards a game, but we win. We get sacks. We get this. We get that. So I roll with him all the way until the Super Bowl, bro. That's when
Yeah.
everything fell apart for me with him.
Yeah,
Like you
bro.
said, like second half, we couldn't even accidentally get a sack or a stop.
They
Come on,
ran
bro.
3 of the same play against us for a touchdown. You
3
couldn't
times.
stop the last one, bro. You couldn't stop the
Thank
last
you.
one.
Come on, bro.
Thank you,
And
Scotty.
that was my thing.
Thank you,
So
Scotty.
I rode with Jonathan Gannon all the way until the Super Bowl when I saw that he could not adjust. If he not getting sacks, we not getting nothing accomplished. Second half, we got 0 stops. 0 stops.
On Patrick
That's
Mahomes
true.
is like 80.
Now-
Patrick Mahomes like 80%
now
of
do
his
y'all
ankle.
that is true.
He
Do
was
you
not
feel like
Sure, Fangio defense would have won.
now a lot of people now remember this was swept under the rug, but apparently Jonathan Gannon already had a meeting scheduled for an interview with the Cardinals.
That's a fact.
Yes.
No.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
That's actually
Like he
that's
did
actually a fact.
have that, and that's why we got our picks the way we did the next year because we actually issued we reported it. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but yeah,
No,
I look
Warren,
at
let's
it-
go back to that real quick because they
Which
did
one,
mention
this
that that actually is a fact. He already scheduled the interview. They were saying he was already looking ahead, not even fully focused on winning the game more or less, and just thinking about where he's going after this. You understand? He should have never even took the interview.
Yeah, he got the interview.
I was
so-
We
so
don't
mad, bro.
see. We're not gonna have those problems with Fangio because once again, Fangio's trying to retire.
He wants to be here.
He's
Yeah.
trying to be
Right.
here in Philly, and like I said, I feel like we're doing something like what Seattle did with the Young Legion of Boom. Like this is the beginning. I don't know what our name is gonna be, but Fangio's building a system and it's working.
No, that's facts. And like I said, kind of a few minutes ago, I feel like we're applying more pressure and we're containing our receivers a lot more than we did with Gannon back in 22. We may not be flashy by getting the interceptions or the sack, but the fact, like I said, they don't know what to throw as because
Bro,
we
Three
keep
and outs,
containing
straight three and
everything.
outs.
There's
Yeah.
zone
Three and outs.
coverage. There's zone coverage. There's pockets in their zones. But
Those
they're-
3 and outs
they're
that we
very-
did with the Steelers, bro, it's crazy.
That shit was crazy. The first 2 drives, that was insane.
Yeah. Nah,
They had 1 yard the whole quarter.
That's
like that was sad, bro. That was
Actually,
really
you know, a
sad.
fact about that, 163 yards is all their total offense they had. That's the lowest amount of yards they had in 15 years.
Wow.
I saw that on
That's an
Facebook.
amazing.
This is Russell
stat.
Wilson right here.
Shout out to
Shout out to
Fangio.
John Clark.
80 total yards.
Damn.
Oof.
2 yards per play.
Poor Sierra
You can do
husband.
better than that.
That's Sierra's husband.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
never beat the and the Eagles never beat him, and he definitely.
I'm telling future.
I'm telling you,
Facts.
I ain't gonna hold you, man. Russell looked good all season until he played Philly.
Let's
Tell
see
you.
what Richard said.
Lamar
What do y'all
looked like
think
an
about the
MVP.
fight?
Think about it, Lamar. His MVP odds went down after the Philly game. He had a big game against the Giants. MVP odds shoot right back.
True.
That is
Yeah,
ridiculous.
bro. We busting everybody's bubble, bro. That's all
Yeah,
it
for
is. We busting everybody's bubble.
Bro, that's another thing too. I don't want to go back to track, but if you ask again the question that Jonathan's Gannon defense was top 5, but Vic Fangio's defense is number 1. And number 1 is number 1.
Top
You
2,
understand?
not 1.
Yeah.
Not
I
2,
mean, top 2,
not
not 2.
It's been number 1 for about 8 weeks now.
8 weeks now. Yeah.
Sure.
Or more. Well, no, technically since the bye week. So whenever that was.
Since the bye week, and
top 2,
remember,
and not 2.
And those are averaging in all our games where we did terrible in the first 4 weeks. That's averaging in those games, and we're still the number 1 defense, bro.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Let's see. Richard said, "What do y'all think about the fight? I respect Quinyon Mitchell backing his teammate.
I respect that too.
I'm with that. I like that.
Everybody
got to squabble up whenever you got to squabble up, man.
That.
Yeah,
and that's his OG. That's his OG and his position group. So that's his OG. So he had to pull up for him.
Yeah,
y'all saw mic'd up when he was talking to Slay.
He said, "Old man."
He said, "Old man still clamping people up."
Yeah. He said, "Strapping people at 40." About to be.
And I just
think they keep talking about Slay at 40. Damn, Slay got a couple more years of 40. Don't put that 40 on him so quick.
Now remember, they said they brought CJ GJ back for the attitude, and I think that is a good reason why they brought him.
Of course,
but I don't think they thought Quinyon Mitchell's attitude was going to match.
I ain't think so either.
I had all I remember is hearing AJ say about how quiet he was, and I was like, "Oh, whatever." But nah, bro, when he gets on the field, he'll talk to anybody too, bro.
He will. Remember the video with him and Mike Evans? That video is gonna go viral.
Yeah.
Later on in his career, because he was looking at Quinyon like, I don't know you. I don't know you. I bet you know who he is now, brother.
Nah, for sure.
I bet you.
You definitely do.
We got Candy on here. Appreciate you watching this, Candy. Fangio is choking fools out week after week. Gannon never did that.
Sack dependent. Very good point.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Said when you took away his strength, he did nothing. He folded.
Yeah.
That's facts. I like that. That's a good point.
Very good point.
Shane, not only Cuba is.
Facts. Yeah. Good point, bro. Shane bringing up a lot of
Shout out to Shane. We got to bring Shane up here probably.
Yeah, we got to, bro.
That's
true. We respect everybody around. Bro, they don't care what your name is.
We making MVPs look like pedestrians. I'm telling you, these are
people who are
potential MVPs, and they look like pedestrians.
That's crazy.
What, 60 yards, 66 yards, something like that? To him,
the only person that flexed on us really was Baker Mayfield.
And Puka flexed on him a little bit too.
And Puka,
No,
the running back for the Rams.
The
running back for the Rams did too. He kind of took off a little bit.
I mean, they had good games, but I'm saying
they're not torching us. They're not torching us. They just get in their way a little bit. But somebody got to get their way. Somebody gonna.
Yeah, nobody's running over us, bro. Like Bijan Robinson, like we stopped that. I'm just thinking about all the running backs.
Overrated.
Everybody, he's overrated though.
Bijan's overrated.
I think he is.
Nah.
Bro, come on, bro. Like they were talking about he's going to be like the next best running back of all time. Like he's not better than average.
In Atlanta,
average running back.
In Atlanta,
they were trying to say he's next Saquon.
No, I agree with Scotty.
Bro, they still have a decent offensive line.
No, they don't.
No,
it's decent enough to if you're the best running back of this generation, supposedly, you should still average 100 yards a game.
Yeah, you should still do work. You should be like Saquon of the Giants. Like, you're still going to get your 1,000 yards.
Even Rico Dowdle is averaging 100 yards in the last 7 weeks or something like that. Like, come on, bro. I don't want to hear that. Bijan is
I feel like Bijan, but Bijan was more of just it was a luxury pick.
Bro, the Eagles wanted to pick him.
I don't think they picked him to play against their scheme.
I'm so glad
I wanted him.
Yeah.
I wanted him too, actually.
Bro, we had him. We probably wouldn't have Saquon. So
no, of course not. We would have Carter either. We would have Carter.
I mean, to be fair, he would look much better with us than with Atlanta. But trust me, bro.
That's fine.
I'm happy where we at. I'm happy where we at.
Look what we made Swift look like. You feel me? Like,
hey, we make them all look like stars, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Miles Sanders, Swift.
All of them. Every running back.
I don't think y'all understand like how excited I am though. Like, this is a good ass team we got, bro.
No. Say it, Antoine. Say it.
I hear you.
This a good ass team we got, bro.
I ain't gonna hold
you. And we're keeping our cores. We keeping our core players.
I'm waiting for one of y'all to pinch me.
We ain't been able to talk like this in a little minute.
Yeah. But hey, I'm glad you mentioned that. So this is gonna be my next question. So everybody watching, I want y'all's opinion on this. Before I say that, we're gonna look at Candy's comment. The New Orleans Saints where historic run and then turn off. Yeah,
That is a fact. They scored the first most points between the first two games.
I was
in
at that
NFL
game
history.
too.
bro. We
That's
turned
a
the TV
fact.
off on that.
Oh yeah, you
Turn
were
the
at
TV
that.
off, bro. That's
That's a
crazy.
good one.
Delores, so he did.
Yeah,
He did.
Yeah,
it's
I'm
gonna
hearing about
it's,
that with the new stadium and all
it's
this.
gonna have a retractable roof and everything.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So,
Oh,
because
yeah.
they're trying to host a Super Bowl one day in Philly, so that's the point of this. Because you can't host
And the
a Super
Final
Bowl.
Four.
Yeah,
That
so
global
it's. I
warming.
think it's dope. I think it's dope. I think it's dope.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
no,
I
that's
think it's
cool.
cool, but like I take pride in not having a dome. But as long
I
as the
know.
roof's retractable,
Yeah, you still gonna get the cold.
whatever.
It's gonna be like
But
Seattle.
at the end of the day, all these stadiums are gonna be domes within the next 15 years anyway.
Eventually, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, eventually.
Retractable at least.
They
That's a
lean
good
into
Yeah,
point. He said.
that is
True.
true though. It is
It's
true.
true.
I don't
That's
like
true.
dome football to be truthful. I'm glad we don't play in a full dome. Like it feels college like to me. I'm just
Oh,
glad.
how
the
about
Eagles-
this?
Allegiant, and
Give me
SoFi are tough.
I'm from
give me
Texas,
the
man.
They
last
don't, but they
give me
don't
the
look
last
like
dome
domes
team that won the
because of the
Super Bowl though.
glass.
When was the last dome
Oh,
team that won the
I
Super
saw
Bowl?
something about this. I don't think a dome team ever won. Or no, I'm not gonna say
The
that. I don't know if
Rams
that's
didn't the
true.
Rams win the Super Bowl? The Rams,
But
2000.
not.
The Rams.
Oh,
Yeah, the
yeah,
Rams
Anyone?
had
you're
a
right.
dome, didn't they? Rams played
21.
a dome in St. Louis.
The Rams,
SoFi.
and
Yeah,
No,
I was
they
gonna say
won.
the
They
Saints.
won when they were in LA. They were an LA
No, I'm
team when
talking
they
about. I'm
won.
talking about when. I'm talking about when they won and when they were. I think 2000 when Kurt Warner was the
Nah, they
quarterback.
had the greatest show on turf.
Yeah, they had an indoor
Yeah.
Yeah,
stadium.
they had indoor.
That might
Yeah.
be the last one that won the greatest show
Not
on
the
turf. You see that?
Saints. Not the
Oh, the
Saints
Saints.
with
The
Drew
Saints
Brees.
won in 2007. Oh, I
Nah, the
forgot about
Rams in
2000.
2021.
Oh yeah,
Did
we're
they
Yeah,
have
bugging
it?
out the
They had a
Rams.
dome?
I'm saying. It was like 3 years ago.
I'm bugging
Yeah, for
out. You know
sure.
what it is, bro? So I never been out, but SoFi got that glass. It don't look like a dome because all
Yeah, it's
that
a
light
dome.
That
is
Yeah.
shit
coming
is
in.
Yeah.
crazy, bro.
Yeah.
That
All
stadium
Yeah,
that
is
light is
insane.
coming in on TV when you're watching it. It don't look like they're playing in a dome.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
It don't. It looks like they're playing outside and they're getting sunlight.
I
The
don't think
link's
the
not
links
bad
are
shape.
bad. I think they're just trying to upgrade it. They're just trying to
Yeah.
keep up with the Joneses.
The
It's one of
team is
those
very
things.
valuable right now, and I just think he's taking advantage of how
It's keeping
prominent the
up with the
team is.
Joneses. You think about
Speaking of
that,
that,
you can add more inside the dome.
Good
Like
point.
so like
yeah.
Get on your
some
Jerry
from what
Jones
somebody
fan.
told me, they're trying to make since betting is at a whole time high, they're trying to have it where you can make bets at the games.
Yeah, a lot of
At the
Like you
stadiums
can
are
go
stadium,
to
doing
the
that.
game.
like a
But you
Yeah,
know,
sports
make a
book
bet.
built in it.
but you know,
Yeah.
Warren, that's a good point that you said. Like, you see how Jerry and Dallas they use the stadium as an entity also too for the team and everything. I
Yeah.
think Jeffrey Lurie, that's what he's also trying to do. He's also trying to capitalize because think about it, the Eagles have been very relevant the last, let's say, decade and a half or so.
Last
Even
two
let's
decades. I
go
would say last 2
Let's go
decades.
20, probably 24 years,
two
to be honest.
decades. Let's say at least
Yeah.
two. We could even go back 24. So let's say 2 decades and a half. The Cowboys are not those boys no more, bro. They're not that team anymore. Like I'm glad they're having a season because it looks like the Eagles are trying to emerge as like that new Northeast like powerhouse team. Because remember, the Patriots were running for a while. Just think
Steelers.
about what the Steelers running for a while. The Eagles don't get their flowers. You know why? Because we have one ring.
We
This
just
is
got to
the
get another Super
they
Bowl,
gotta
bro. We
get
just got to get
another
another
one
one.
because we're gonna, this is what sucks about being an Eagles fan, and y'all could share this pain with me. Before we won the ring, I said, no rings, the whole no rings thing. Now we got one. It's like,
That's
oh,
true,
it took you
Kevin.
65 years to get one. Then we
Me
get
too,
to another
Kevin.
one. We we 2 quarters away from the second one. So they got to get this one so we can stop also hearing the noise.
Yeah, no, I feel that, but I also think that they say Super Bowl or bust, but I feel like every team has a 5-year window. They got a 5-year window to get things where it needs to be, and I think we've been capitalizing on the opportunity, picking up Devontae Smith. That started again, Jalen Hurts, and then adding to that with the defense. Like
Yeah.
I think us bringing on this defense is giving us now an extra 3 more years onto just this stage of how this team is.
For sure.
Because
For sure.
these are contracts we can re-sign. They love staying here. We can re-sign them. You get all the Georgia dog. They might just take a hometown discount
They
just so they
definitely
can
will.
still play with each other.
They definitely will.
Like this
Why would
is
you want to break that up?
yeah. Like I don't think they want to break up because think
They
about
don't.
it.
They don't.
Jordan Davis don't want to go nowhere, bro, because he's not going to perform the way that he is because he ain't got N'Kobe Dean backing him up or Jalen Carter backing him up. Like,
Bro, Even their mothers have a relationship.
Hey,
All their mothers have
Howie
a
Roseman is a
relationship.
mastermind, bro. I
He
see
is,
what he
bro.
He
did.
is, bro.
I
He
see what he
really is.
did.
Yeah.
I see what
He's
he
built.
did. Bring them all
Wait, he's
together.
building his
He's like years ahead, bro.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure. For sure.
but
other teams are gonna adapt that style. Let's draft college teammates that had a lot of continuity. Let's see if it translates to the pros. Because teams don't ever
so
do that
yeah,
usually. I've
I
never
think
seen it. I never
people are
seen
going
a
to start
team.
picking off of UT. Yeah, they're going to
You
start
see,
picking off
LSU
UT's
is
defense.
known for putting out corners, right? But they all go to different teams. Georgia's known
Yeah,
for defense, and the fact that the
that's
Eagles
true.
have a chunk of that mixed with the guys who made the Super Bowl in 2022, you mix them all together, you got some
It all
stuff,
makes
bro. I'm telling
sense.
you, it all
And
makes
they just
sense in
won
the
the
new league.
SEC again.
Yeah,
Now I will add this to it though. I think we're probably going to be the last wave to do that. Now, just how the college playoffs are now.
True.
Like college
Yeah.
playoffs, it's kind of like anybody can kind of go in now. But for Georgia to be that dominant, I was watching the Alabama Georgia game back when Jalen Hurts was not starting. They had Tua. Tua got hurt, and Jalen went back in. Bro, majority of all these players that was on Alabama and Georgia are now top stars in the NFL right now. And
Hmm.
like Jordan Davis was in there. Jordan Davis
Yeah.
was playing that game. So
Damn.
like think about how long ago that was and now where this team is at with all those Georgia Bulldogs. Like that's just crazy to me. So
That's crazy scary.
That was
I
with
don't I
Calvin
don't
Ridley, right?
yeah, Calvin Ridley, they had Jerry Judy, they
Yep.
had
Jerry Judy, Devontae Smith, I think. Maybe.
they had
Was
Devontae
Smitty there?
Smith.
I
Yeah.
think that was the year
Uh
before Smitty.
Was that the year before?
Smitty
Maybe.
came
It might have been the year
Smitty came
before.
later. And even
Yeah.
on
Either
Georgia,
way,
bro,
though.
because they had Swift. They had Swift in Georgia too.
Yep.
So like just how crazy that team was. But I got another question for y'all and for everybody watching too. And I'm gonna start this off with Scotty on this one. So give me two players that played on the 2023 Eagles team that is still playing on the Eagles 2024 team that has improved the most. Like who's been the most impressive that was on the team last year that's still playing on the team
You
this
said
year?
two, right?
Yeah, two. It's hard to pick
I'm gonna
one, so
go.
that's why I said two.
Yeah. I'm gonna go.
Thank you,
I'm
Candy.
gonna take on my one. I got it. I know it's the easy question or the easy answer, but I'm gonna go N'Kobe Dean because that man is just balling, bro. Like especially when everyone's saying like this kid's not that good. He doesn't have the skill set, this and that, and then he found a coach that knows exactly how he plays, and he's just
Yeah.
showing everybody like just anything that we could have asked for him. So I'm gonna go N'Kobe, and then my second one is actually gonna be Milton Williams. I think he's
Ooh.
nice,
underrated.
nice, yeah. He don't get
I
his
think
flowers. Everyone don't get his flowers.
he's a dog in the trenches,
Boy.
bro. He gets to the quarterback, he stops the run, he does a lot. So I don't think
That's
a lot
good.
of
I
people
like you
are.
mentioned that. Yeah.
I don't think a lot of people are keeping their eye on Milton, but he's different.
All
Yep.
right.
See
Shane
Shane,
said
no.
Bill Williams. Yeah. And Nolan Smith. Yeah. Brandon Graham and N'Kobe Dean.
He said Brandon Graham. He
was
was
hoping.
balling before he
He was
got hurt
hoping.
though.
Yeah, he was hoping.
He was hooping. He been hooping. He's one of those players. He's got father time hasn't affected him yet.
Right.
Nikki
Yeah.
said Blankenship and Dean. Who you got, Antoine?
N'Kobe Dean
Okay.
and Nolan Smith.
Okay.
Because
I
we
like
was
that.
looking
I
at
like
Nolan
that.
Smith. He was a first round draft pick last year, and we was looking at him like, damn, did we make a mistake by drafting him in the first round? Because he fell, he was another one that fell to us or whatever.
That's
And
true.
so we
That's
we
true.
we as a fan base was thinking like, did we make a bad pick? But like I think it's paying off now. So N'Kobe Dean and Nolan Smith.
I agree with you, Shane.
Yeah, I like
I
those
agree with
picks
you.
too.
I do too. So now what about this though? Real quick. What if it comes
Mm-hmm.
down to Milton Williams or Zach Bond?
Zach Bond.
What
Well, yeah, Zach
They're
Bond.
gonna keep Milton Williams. Milton Williams would take a hometown discount. But this is the thing though, we don't know these players. We don't know their personality. They might all just take a hometown discount just to stay on the same team.
But if we had to pick one,
I would not be surprised
if we had to
most of
pick
them.
one,
But if you had to pick one to stay,
Give me Milton.
Yeah, I'll take
Really?
Milton Williams.
You think Bond is more replaceable than
He's
Milton?
not
I'm
replaceable
taking,
though.
I'm taking, I'm
See,
That's
taking
what
Bond,
that's what
man.
see,
I look at, bro. That's what I
you
look
got
at. I'm
Trotter. You
taking
got
Bond.
Trotter waiting. You got Trotter waiting back there.
Yeah. True.
He's hungry.
Yeah,
Yeah, I go with
yeah.
Milton.
I don't know. It's tough, but I'm still
You know,
going. I'm
Milton
going
and his
Zach,
people,
bro.
so I talk to him and we'll get him in Philly.
Yeah.
We'll keep.
I do like that. That's a good question, Shane. That's a real good question. Nolan from the hometown of Savannah, Georgia. Yeah. Hey, these Georgia boys, bro. Georgia boys. Bond to stay.
Who's that coming down the track? It's like,
Question. What do you think you guys think about another Stoutland University reclaim project? From Alabama.
Oh yeah, I wanted to draft him too coming up.
Sure. That's a good point.
I wanted him at the draft.
Yeah.
that
I
name
was
sounds
thinking about
familiar.
that Penn State. Yeah, I think that was Penn State. That Penn State tight end. I forgot what his name is.
Oh yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah,
You talking about Warren? I think his name is Tyler Warren or
I
something like
think.
that.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah. And then he
Got
said,
to
"You
say
guys
Bond
take
because
him."
of lack of talent. We've had at linebacker. That's what I'm saying. I think
And
Bond is a lot harder to replace
Bond is a
than
lot
Milton.
harder to replace. But what? I
Yeah,
hope
I'm
it's
going
not a
with Bond.
Bradbury
I'm
effect, though,
also
bro.
going with Bond.
I'm hoping for no Bradbury
Nah,
effect.
bro, I don't know about that because
Nah,
Bradbury sucked before we even
he
got him, bro.
did,
He
bro.
just
Yeah,
had one
Bradbury
good
was
year.
never that good to begin.
Hey,
I think he was
then
fluky.
why'd they let Bond go like that though?
I
Because
mean,
Bond
Bond
came.
never got to show his talents. Bond never even got to
no,
show his talents, bro.
yeah,
He's a
he's playing
special
his
teams guy
position for the
over here.
first
He
time.
got to
Yeah,
show his talents in the off season in practice, bro. And they didn't see it.
Yeah, but bro, Vic Fangio did.
Hey, like I said, I like Zach Bond, but hey, these
I just
coaches
don't
get
think
paid
Bond
too.
is. I don't think Bond is as replaceable as y'all think he is. But we've never had a linebacker
That's what I'm saying.
that lead a league in tackles and going this crazy or have the
Whoa,
number
whoa,
one
whoa,
grade.
whoa, 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 whoa. We did have T.J. Ellis. Let's not do
See,
that.
well,
He didn't lead the
that
league
is
in
true.
tackles though,
No.
but he
Yeah,
was
he
a
did.
He
dog.
did.
He
Yeah,
He
did.
was
Really?
top. He was actually
Yeah.
top 5. He is. He actually was. I
My
ain't gonna
bad.
hold
Cut
you.
that.
No, I'm not gonna
that's
hold
true.
you, bro. That's why.
I didn't know that.
Very good point, Antoine. Good point. I'm sorry, Antoine. Let me reword
TJ
myself
was a
because
dog though.
TJ
Yeah,
Edwards should have never
and we
walked.
did let him walk.
You
That
let
was a
him
mistake.
walk. You let him
You
walk.
That was a
And
did.
mistake.
before him, we had Jordan Hicks. I remember he was doing good in 2015.
Jordan
But
Hicks.
injury
Yeah.
prone. Injury
Yeah,
prone. What
true.
happened? The Eagles let him go. He went on to the Vikings, became a better player. You
You
know,
let Devo
you can't
Samuel.
let a good linebacker walk out the door, bro.
Good point.
Yeah,
Good point. Good
that
You
point.
can't
that
let a
that
good
is that's a
linebacker.
real good point.
They're hard to
But
get.
It is a
Man.
good point.
Hard to get.
they're very hard to get.
And it's like they're getting
So-
harder and harder to get.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
The intelligence is the intelligence. They all don't got
I
it.
give you that.
So, but look
Milton's
at it
tough,
like
though.
this though. Look at it like this. As long as you keep Dean, like kind of straight though, because it's not like you're giving up both of them. It's not like you're giving up both of them.
Even in the
I feel
22,
like
we gave up both of them in 22. We gave up Kaiser White.
Kaiser White. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm
To
saying,
Arizona.
Oh yeah, Kaiser White actually did
Yeah,
well in
bro,
If
Arizona
we would have
too.
Yeah.
built one, we would have been all
but
right.
well.
Yeah, bro, Milton.
Kaiser White went to Arizona.
Arizona.
Again.
Yeah, and he's
He
been
was
doing
he was a
well.
Gannon pick.
He's
He
been
was a
doing
Gannon
well
pick
too.
though.
Yep.
Yeah,
He's
he
been
went with
doing
Gannon
well.
over there.
But he's
Yeah, he's doing good.
don't we want to get rid of how we doing this whole like 1 year deals with these like linebackers? Like I'm tired of
Linebackers are
independent
1 year.
contractors, bro. I'm tired of it. Cause like
Yeah,
you
but I
can
feel
get
like
done
most
again.
linebackers are under
we
1 year
drafted Trotter.
contracts, aren't they?
Say it again.
I think Jeremiah Trotter, bro. Yeah, Jeremiah Trotter is going to be the answer at the end of the day.
I'm sleeping on that.
Because
hope.
if
I
Bond,
don't think
if-
so, bro.
but
I'm
if
sleeping on
Bond,
that heavy.
okay, so
I
hear
think
me
so.
out. Hear me out. If Bond's going to him and he's like, yo, number one defense, this many tackles, he just lists his whole resume out. I want $42 million for 3 years. Do you think Howie's going to sign that?
For Bond?
Yeah.
Bro, you got to remember, though. Remember that press conference that I told you about when Bond was saying, like, he this is a place where he fits in. Somebody finally sees his true talents.
Yeah.
Why would you
Yeah.
say all that and then be like, oh, yeah, I did say that, but give me $50 million
I
still?
still want my
Yeah.
money.
You
goddamn.
must be out of your mind. He's not going to do that, bro. I don't know him
Hey,
personally, but
I thought we were keeping Swift. I thought we would have kept Swift.
No, team. You know
I
what
thought
it
we
is,
would
though,
have kept
too?
Reddick.
He's a product. He's a product of what's going on around him. Also, too, Fangio putting him in this position is not a given. He's going to go to another team and be as successful as what he's doing in Philadelphia, bro.
that's the thing, bro.
Fangio is coaching
So
him
do
up.
you? Yeah, but do you think that? Do you feel like? How long has Vaughn been in the league for? 6 years going on 6 years. Zach Vaughn,
This is his fifth or sixth.
Yeah, he
because
27.
he was with the Saints for
The rest of
5 years.
yeah.
Yeah, he 27.
So you're telling me that you can get Jeremiah Trotter, fresh legs, young blood. You telling me you wouldn't have him out there? Do you feel like in 5 years Trotter can be better than what Bond is right now?
No, I don't like, bro. I think you like hyping the hell up out of this man.
I'm just saying. Hey,
I think Jeremiah
but hey,
Trotter is that
I'm
guy.
being realistic, bro. I'm being realistic because at the end of the day,
That's
we don't have that
a-
much money. We don't have that much free cap space. We don't.
We
And
decent.
Yeah, I know. It is
we
true.
don't have that much. We don't have that much cap space. And if you're really thinking, you got Vic Fangio who can turn like a rock into diamonds over here. Like either get Trotter out there, or you can get another free agent for 1 year and put him out there. You still got Dean. You still got your core pieces. Yeah, Bond got noticed, but you can send him on his way. Like,
So
I
you think that Bond should be just
I'm
trade
just-
bait or
I'm just saying,
or not trade bait,
don't
but
be a prisoner. You can't be a prisoner of the moment, bro. Like you can't.
Or you,
Because right,
yeah, but you
That's
gotta
true,
think about
but-
what
at the
he's
moment.
doing. Warren, listen, he's
That is
playing
true.
the quarterback. He's playing the quarterback on defense, and he's the
I know,
highest
bro.
graded guy.
He's a leader, bro.
I
If you
know.
have a chance to get him at whatever context you could get him, and he's already in your building, you don't let him walk. You actually lose resources to get a guy like him in the
I'm
building.
willing to put a bet on this. We
I
need
will
to all
too.
put a wager
I'm
on
down
this.
too.
Losing Bond, bro.
Yeah,
You're not losing him, bro. Bro, he's the heart
right.
of the defense. He's the Jalen on the defense. He's the reason why look, you gotta look at the Eagles and look at the defense, and there's no way you don't look at him and say he's probably the top guy.
I'm not saying I don't like him. I'm not saying I don't like him. I'm thinking
We gotta
on a business
lose.
I don't
perspective.
know, bro.
We can't keep everybody, bro.
Yeah,
Warren,
like,
you know what it is? And I don't
we
think
gotta
you're
lose
valuing
somebody.
him. I get you. People were saying, yo, Mekhi Becton, this is a better thing to me. Mekhi Becton or Zach Bond. That's a better argument to me because are you going to
Zach
lose
Bond.
a stud on the offensive line or are you going to lose a, feel me?
Bond gotta go.
It's only a matter of time before Becton start crashing out,
You said
bro. I
Bond
just
gotta
give it
go?
to him now. No.
So,
Oh, Antoine
what
said
about?
that?
Yeah.
Above Mekhi Becton? What do you love?
Nah,
Yo,
I'm
y'all be
taking-
hyping
Nah,
up the
listen,
weird
That's what I'm saying.
listen.
That's what I'm. Don't be a
We
prisoner
talking.
of
We
the
talking
moment, bro.
about. We talking about Philly, not us. We talking about Philly.
Yeah,
Philly
okay.
is so value the line over anything. Offense
that's
and
true.
defensive line.
That's
How old is
very
Mekhi Becton?
good-
Let me see.
So if it came down
That's
to
a good
somebody on the
point.
line and a linebacker or a safety, they gonna go with the line.
Yeah.
Oh damn,
that's
Mekhi's
a
only 25
extremely
years old. Yeah,
That's
you
a
may be
extremely
right.
good point.
I forgot when he got drafted. But,
And
I forgot he's that young.
because
But
it's
who
the
are we-
Eagles and how much the Eagles
who has
value that
1 year
position.
contracts with us though? Like everybody on deep. So you got Brandon Graham. He's got 1 year left. Josh
Sweat.
Sweat got 1 year left.
Bond.
Milton Williams got 1 year left. CJ,
Bond.
we got him for 2 more years. You got Bond. I think is it Reed Blankenship? Is Reed Blankenship on 1 more year?
Yeah.
Avante Maddox, Mekhi
Yeah.
Becton,
Maddox.
Albert O. Oh, they already cut him.
No,
Milton
just on
Williams.
defense though. Just on defense.
Oh, I just looked up. Hold up.
Maddox.
Defense. Oren Burks. He don't even play.
On Burks. All right. That was that linebacker we were
Um,
talking about, was it?
Oh, Isaiah Rogers.
Oh yeah, that's
Isaiah
right.
Rogers.
Yeah.
Let's see. Ben Van Sumeren. And that's
Rodgers
it.
can go. Rodgers can go.
Rogers can go. Van Sumeren can go. Everyone I just named can go, actually.
Wait, is Slay up too?
He got one.
No,
more.
Slay signed a
1
2
more
year.
Okay.
Place 2 year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember we did last week.
Yeah. So y'all would rather get rid of Sweat and Milton Williams to keep Zach Bond?
Say it again.
Oh, whoa.
Say it again.
That's what you're gonna have to do.
Say it again.
Get
I
rid
mean, it
of
really just
Josh Sweat
depends, bro.
and Milton Williams. Get rid of Josh Sweat and Milton Williams to keep Zach Bond.
I don't think Zach Bond's gonna I don't think the deal is gonna be as big as you think.
It's not gonna
Because
be as
look,
big.
look, you got to think about it
It
like this,
depends
bro.
on his
He's
agent.
not
It all
gonna,
depends on his agent at the end of the
it
day.
all depends on his agent, but at the same time, he can't go in there talking about let me get 5 years, 90 like whatever the hell Fred Warner's contract is, because he's
Mhm.
not a Fred Warner. Fred Warner's been playing at an elite level for what 9 years now.
So you don't
This
think
is
Zach
Zach,
Bond can stay that elite, that consistent?
bro. He's in his at the end of the day, he's in his sixth season, and this is the
Mhm.
best season he's had by a landslide. So I don't think he can ask for top four, top three linebacker money.
What do you think he
Like
should ask
then,
for
then
though?
let him go. If he does, they're gonna let him go.
Yeah, you
Howie's
don't
not
have
gonna
your
pay him that,
career. You don't have your career year 1 year, then have a better year the
especially
next.
year six, bro. You're
Yeah,
27. Like you're not. You can't ask for
That's
that.
what
I'm
I'm
sorry.
saying,
Your
bro.
time is up.
that's what we
That's what
trying
I'm
to tell you,
saying.
Scott.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I'm telling y'all.
but what I'm thinking is
That's
that
what we telling you.
he's not gonna ask for that though. Like I just
I
don't think
don't
it's
think
gonna
he's
Where's
gonna
happen.
he?
ask for
How
that.
about this?
I
Where's
don't
Zach
think
Bond
either.
from? Where's Zach Bond from?
Like
Paint the
like where
marker
did
where he's
he
from. Yeah,
grow
like
up?
where? Yeah,
His
yeah,
mama.
yeah,
Oh, you trying to go to like the mentality aspect?
yeah. Because at the end of the day, that's all it really is.
He's from
If he's
bro.
that
He's
type of
from
person.
Brown Deer, Wisconsin, bro. He's not asking for nothing. What is what even is that?
Yo, y'all are killing me right now. He said he
He's
not asking.
from
He named a random town in Wisconsin with like 300 folks in there. He just said
he's
he
from
not
That's
Brown
funny.
He
Deer,
made it.
Wisconsin, bro. He'd be cool with 100K.
He
I
made
don't
it.
think the
That's funny.
deal. I'm gonna
That's
put it like
funny.
this. I don't think the deal gonna be as big as you think it is gonna be, Warren, for two reasons. Number
Okay.
one, like Scotty said, you never follow up your career year with another career year. Number
Mhm.
two, you're in the closer end to 30 than to the beginning of your rookie year. This is your sixth year in the league. You cannot demand a first contract as if you can't demand a contract as if you're 25. You're 27, 28. You got to start looking that way.
Swift
And
did it.
He can.
and no, and right, and then number
TJ
three,
Edwards did it.
and then number three, and I'll put it like this. What the Eagles are building, bro, is extremely special. You
I get
understand this
that.
one? I see them all, people taking deals, people doing it. I feel like people are gonna want to be in this building. You
Hell
understand?
yeah,
I
that
don't
is
think
true.
he's leaving. If you ask me what's the number one free agent we have to sign, is Zach Bond. I'm not asking twice. I'm not debating it, because the
I
defense is the
agree.
reason why we're doing this good. He's the captain of the defense, the quarterback of the defense, per se. Essentially should be a captain. I just think that he should be the priority. Linebackers don't come in and out like that. Good, smart linebackers, bro. Smart linebackers. Not
We
just
got
guys you
Carter.
put in there. You feel me? Feel me?
Don't get me wrong though. I think if he went in there with his Brown Deer whatever having ass, he asked for some and he asked for some 90 million, then he could go.
90.
But I just don't think he's gonna do that.
He's not gonna
Or
do
But
that.
what is Fred Warner's contract?
also remember this. Other teams are gonna they can poach him after, like they can poach him right now. And they're
True.
not poaching Zach Bond, they're poaching his agency. So they're going
Yeah.
to his agent and saying, yo, if you can bring him over to us, you said
Well,
Wisconsin, you got Green Bay can go to his agent and say, we'll offer him 50 mil for
yeah,
5 years.
all that
His
talk you're
agent's
saying,
gonna talk him into going.
no, you're right, Warren. But everything you're saying
That's
right now,
definitely true.
technically, whatever you just said right now would be tampering. Like if they're working out something, you can't work out no deals right now. You understand? That's
No.
all.
I'm not saying now. I'm saying once that window opens.
They
But
just
the
Once
putting a
that
bug,
window,
window opens.
putting a bug in his ear.
the
Yeah.
window, of course, you know that, Antoine. Even though they're not
And that's what
supposed
we
to,
did with Saquon.
they make them phone calls. They
Hey,
make
no, we
you know
didn't.
that they make
As soon as that
Allegedly.
window opens.
allegedly,
You know the feds
allegedly,
Allegedly.
watching,
Yeah.
bro.
allegedly,
Yeah, yeah,
allegedly,
the feds watching.
But
Yeah.
I just don't I don't see that yet. Like I said, Warren, like it's good
Hey,
to agree to
I'm
disagree,
I'm glad we're disagreeing on this
because
because
I really
like
do think he's
Where's
the
his
biggest
agent
piece.
from?
huh?
Yeah,
What'd you say?
let's go. If his agent's from
Where's his
Miami, we're
agent from?
cooked.
If his agent from LA or something, bro, yeah, bye Bond.
If he's from Miami, LA, New big city, is over. But
That's
listen
a
to this,
great
right?
question.
I think he's mixed.
He's
He looks like
mixed.
he's mixed.
He
Yeah.
mulatto.
I know that Bond is a
Like
family
Scott.
man. I see he has a wife. I believe his wife is pregnant. It looks like they're having a
Oh, his
family,
wife
young
is
family.
pregnant, bro. It's even more
Yes,
reason to make
I
more
seen
money,
that his
bro.
wife was pregnant. So I was like, yo, you know what?
She want that house.
You want that house,
He
that
can still get
contract
the
coming.
house.
But bro, he's making
Baby's gonna baby
1.5 million.
baby's gonna be born in Philly.
Bro, he's making 1.5
I'm trying to
million.
make my point
That is
here.
a steal, bro. That's a steal for a
That's
Bro,
still house
linebacker.
money.
bro,
That's
do you
You
know
could
that
buy
he's
a
gonna
house
do
with
you,
it.
but no, but Warren, do you know that he's gonna get that thing where they get at the end of the season because outperform his contract. He's gonna
He's
get a
gonna get all his
crazy,
yeah,
incentives.
yeah,
crazy
yeah. He'll probably
incentive. He's
hit his
gonna get
incentives.
Yeah, he
he's
won't back pay. He won't back pay for this year.
the only reason we got him at that deal, you know why? Is because of Vic Fangio. Vic Fangio put him in this spotlight. It will be a slap in his face to disrespect him and be like, yo, I just made you the best linebacker in the league. You're gonna walk on me for a couple extra mil?
It is
Nah,
a
let's
business, but I don't
So,
know,
so
bro. I
hear me
just
out on
think
this
this man
thing.
got more
What
respect.
about think about all the running backs that we had? We had Miles Sanders. He had his best year with us. What happened when he went to Carolina?
He sucks.
And then
suck.
you got Swift. He was making all that money based off our O line. He still
He
decided
sucks.
to leave. What do you leave for? The money.
The money.
So at the end of the
They're from
day,
Philly though.
Swift is from
But guess
Philly,
what?
and he still
Guess
left.
what? Miles Sanders and but I'll give you a good point. Both of those guys wanted to stay in Philly, but Philly didn't want them. That's
That's
the
very
difference
true.
between Zach Bond.
That's
100%.
true.
Miles
That's
Sanders
100% true.
Nah,
would
they didn't
agree
want them. They didn't want them at that price.
at that price. Thank you,
Yeah,
Yeah,
at
Antoine.
yeah.
that
Antoine,
price.
Antoine is my editor. Antoine got me. He is my editor. It was
Yeah,
the price was not mutual. You understand? Eagles wanted you back, but we go get your bag. That's what they basically told him.
Yeah,
Zach
sure.
Bond, I feel like they're gonna work something out with him. We're gonna make you pretty high paid, but we're also gonna protect ourselves at the same time. We're not gonna go into a hole paying one guy. The Eagles, think about how everybody's paid on this team. Think about every skilled player right now, besides the rookies. Everybody got a deal, a good deal besides Bond. Everybody got all
yeah.
wide receivers are paid. Quarterback is paid. The whole O line is paid. Everybody's paid. Defensive line is paid even if you're not besides if you're a rookie. So to me, Howie always crunches the numbers and he's gonna get it done, bro.
I think we can keep Bond if we can give Bryce if we can find a way to give Bryce up his deal over to Bond. That would
Yeah,
be
you can
our
allocate
best.
that money, but put it like
We could
this.
we could do that, but we would have to find somebody that could pick up that wants Huff or needs Huff.
Yeah. But I think there's teams that
Shane,
will
wait,
still want Huff, bro.
go back to
Yeah,
Shane's comment. Go back. Let's talk about Shane's comment right here. Because look, I always
this
said
one
it.
or
I've been
this
saying
one.
it. That one right there.
All
That
right.
one. I've been saying this since day one. Zach Bond is exactly what I thought Devin White was gonna be. I thought Devin White
Yeah,
was
Right,
gonna do what Zach Bond is doing. You
right.
understand? And
me
it
too.
became opposite. Devin White became an afterthought. But look at what he just said, and it's kind of I just realized after Devin White actually got released from the locker room, his energy got out. It's kind of like they did take off after the bye, after they let him go and everything. It does feel like he was holding them back a little bit in that unit because they did take off after he did leave.
How would
Yeah,
you
but
hold a team back that heavily though, and you're not even
Bond
heated
and
up?
Jacoby Dean were still balling though
I don't think
with him there.
holding them. I don't think holding them back, but I just don't think he was needed there. You know that whole situation and with the rule. I just don't think the defense needed him around. And
Yeah, I
think
still
about
don't.
it.
Yeah, he didn't get
I
along
don't
with
get it.
a bunch of people. That's obvious.
And then he's a
Yeah,
healthy scratch, and a person like that you don't need in the room. So, like again,
yeah,
I
that's true.
thought that Bond was gonna. Devin White is an amazing football player, but he wouldn't strap up for this. He
Was
wouldn't put on the uniform. He was exactly. And look, you know
Yo,
what? You know
just
what?
Michael
Go ahead.
Penix will be starting over
I
Kirk
just saw
Cousins.
that. I was about to
Yeah,
bring that
Michael
up.
Penix will start over Kirk Cousins.
They
yeah.
just said that right now.
It's a
What?
That's good.
little late
Go
for
ahead
That
and
is,
that.
put your
bro.
parlays in, boys. Put your
That's
What?
parlays
crazy.
in.
Bro,
You
I ain't
taking
gonna
the
hold you.
under or the over?
Kirk
I'll take
Cousins
the
couldn't get
over
me 200
on
yesterday.
attempts.
And for that fact, they probably benched it. Yo, Kirk, you're not even getting 200. You gotta go, man.
Yeah,
Damn.
He had a bad game, bro. The interceptions,
They
he's not
they
seeing the
won,
field.
and
They're
yeah.
not.
they only a game back for first place for the division.
I
That's
know.
what's confusing me is
That's
that
the
you're
crazy
putting him
I
part.
think
in.
it's just
It's a
the way Kirk Cousins is playing is just not what he's not playing to his contract.
That's a big
You gotta let them
contract
lose. You
too.
gotta let them lose
Yeah.
though, bro.
you gotta let him lose. Yeah,
Like
you
this
gotta let
Yeah,
him
season,
lose.
like you gotta either win with them or lose with them. Like
That's
yeah.
But
true,
then
bro.
I don't
Didn't
like
he
think
For
sign a
real.
4-year deal?
three.
he did
I think
3
yeah. I think I
with
And you're
have.
high
benching him?
guaranteed money.
I know we've been talking about the free agents, but I think I have a list of all the free
But
agents
think
that we
about
have.
the choices the Falcons are making. You sign a quarterback, then you draft another one. Then you bench
Mhm.
the one. You're like Antoine said, you 1 game out. Then you bench the guy you paid for the rookie with 3 games left. Like that, who's making decisions in Atlanta right now?
Like
Because
$100
Something was
million
going on.
quarterback,
like
bro.
what?
Fully
For a hundred,
guaranteed.
Something's going on.
If
something's
I'm
going
Kirk, I'm
on.
Has to.
sick.
Yeah.
Because you don't make a switch at this point. Like Antoine said, they 1 game out. You don't make that
This
switch,
is
right?
such a weird time. Yeah.
Weird time. It's even
3
weird that
games
you
to go.
drafted him after you paid the man like a hella guaranteed money for the, like, it's
All
crazy.
that money
That's
just to
facts.
draft a quarterback and then start him when you're about to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
That sounds crazy. Couldn't be us.
Couldn't be us. Sounds thank God for Howie.
There has to be something
Yeah.
going
We
on
got
now.
bigger problems. Like who the hell's gonna get
Dean
let go?
wasn't balling out. Exactly.
Oh no.
Um,
Dean was balling week
Nah,
one, bro.
not early. Not early in the
Oh,
season.
No,
my bad.
early.
My bad.
he was.
I'm talking about balling. I'm talking about balling.
Bond
I don't think
started
Dean
off
was
hot.
hooping until
Nah,
No,
he
Dean
wasn't.
wasn't. I think Dean is becoming a
that
part
was
of
like week
everything from
4 or 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. My bad. All this Zach Bond
Uh,
talk, my head
you
keeps
know.
going there.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
need to get a Zach
That's all
Bond
we're thinking
jersey. At this
about.
point, I'm about to catch a jersey because I'm telling you, bro, that's the
But
I'm about
captain
to
yeah.
of the
buy it
defense.
for real. I haven't had a
But
defensive jersey since I was like a little kid, bro.
who else is it on offense that signed to a 1 year contract? Becton,
Jahan
uh,
Dotson,
Dotson,
I had that pulled up. Hold
and
on.
Jahan Dotson. Let's see.
Kenny Gainwell.
Kenny
yeah,
Gainwell.
And
That
again,
1 year.
Dallas got it.
No,
and
Goddard's at the ending of his. Goddard was on a deal too. He's on the ending of his. Him and
Yeah.
Maddox signed the same deal, but then
okay.
Maddox deal. Remember, he got cut. Then they brought Maddox on a 1 year
oh,
deal.
Fred Johnson,
Yeah,
Fred
Fred
that's who it
Johnson.
was. Fred
Yeah,
Johnson.
Maddox and
Nick
Goddard got signed at the
Gase,
same time.
whatever that is. Oh, Jack Stoll. Didn't we cut him?
No, but
Nah,
they
he's
brought
still
him
there.
back. I
He's
know
on
they
the
brought him
practice
back.
squad.
He's
Yeah,
still on the practice squad. He's
go
still
watch
here.
it. Just trying to pass.
So
Britton
y'all, I
Covey.
think the Eagles' salary cap is 34 million right now. Their salary cap is 34 million, and they got all those players they gotta bring back. That's the only reason why I'm saying it's tight. That's it.
Yeah.
You got
But they're
Howie to
supposed to be
finesse it,
getting
bro.
some
Yo,
money.
when Howie pulls that ski mask over his face, bro,
Emails Howie.
ski mask Howie's
Howie
outside of there.
Shiesty.
He's gonna get it. He's gonna get
I
it
would
done, bro.
let's just get everybody back, bro. If we can get everybody back, I'm happy.
Nah, you can't
I,
keep everybody, bro.
You can't
I'm
keep
personally,
everybody.
if we can
Oh no.
if we can bring everybody back, they
The
all
Bucks
take
did
team
that.
friendly deals.
The Bucks did that when the Bucks won a Super Bowl. They were the first team to ever bring back every starter after the one, but then it didn't go well.
They didn't do
Wait,
shit.
was
The
that
last,
in 2020
yeah, they
or
Yep.
brought back
2020?
Yep.
every single starter back the next season, and that was the
Damn, that's
first time.
crazy.
And it didn't
Well,
work
let's
out.
do it.
didn't work.
Let's do it then, bro.
Let's win first.
Let's
Yeah.
win. Good point.
Let's
Let's
start
win.
there.
But yeah, no,
Let's
that's.
see the playoffs.
Oh yeah, Jay. Who was your 2 players?
Oh, the two players. Same thing like Antoine said. I picked Dean and Nolan Smith because I mean it's pretty obvious,
Okay.
but they're the ones who, if you look at where they were at last year or the year before, not even close.
Yeah, they jumping off the
Okay.
screen for sure.
Yeah, they off the screen. Yeah, you're seeing them
Okay.
flashing across the screen. If you gave me a
I'll-
wild pick,
Mm.
I would pick on special teams though. I would pick Kelly Ringo because I feel like he's the best
Damn.
special teams player.
In the
Like I
league.
feel like
I like
he's
that.
killing it on special teams, bro. Like he's really like that's his strength right now is being a gunner, getting down there. It's good to have a player like him who at least serves a good purpose on special
Yeah, he
teams.
definitely gonna get his time.
Yeah, he's
I
gonna
like
get
that.
his turn at corner, but I like what he's doing on special teams because he said, you know what, I'm gonna carve my role on his team to stay on his team.
That's where it started.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it starts.
I'm gonna be a little bit different and go on the other side, and I'm gonna do Cam Jurgens.
Go on.
Just because
That's a good one.
like
The
he had to
role
fill
he had
in.
to take on.
Yeah, he had to take on for Kelsey, and he's playing pretty good.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna say Calcaterra, just because like
He's been balling.
Calcaterra has made us more confident to say we don't mind getting rid of or letting Dallas Goedert walk, just based off how he's been performing. So
You're right.
those would
You're
be
right.
my
That's a
two.
good- He's not.
That's
Goddard
a
is
good
not as
too.
missed. I think Calcaterra is just not getting enough targets.
Yeah,
I think if you get
making
into
the
a game where you
most of it.
feed him a cup 4 or 5 times a game, he might make a play. It's pretty
Yeah,
shifty.
Yeah.
Jalen's also not like a huge tight end quarterback. Like he doesn't target the tight end a lot.
He's not also
He'd
not a
rather
check
hit
down
this-
person. He's just trying to throw bombs.
He
He
did good
shaved
last
it,
game
bro.
though. He was throwing the little short, shallow, the flat
I'm
route.
happy.
He
I'm
was,
happy. I'm
yeah.
Even
happy.
the Kenny game well pass. Like he doing it now. So
Shane
Yo,
said
let's
get
Yeah,
talk.
Chris
I
off
don't want
fucking
I don't want Cooper Turner no more either. I just
Yeah,
Yeah,
don't
Cooper
see the
off
we
that.
point.
gotta
let
we
him
gotta get him
play.
off.
Let him
Bro,
play.
we have Covey who does the exact same thing, and Covey's not an asset to the team like that. No disrespect.
Bro, they had Dion returning punts. What you mean?
That okay, that's them. I don't want it, so
What about it? Why don't they just make a Nia Smith the punt returner? Just make
I
a
don't know
I
Nia
what's
forgot
Smith
going
all
on
punt
with
about
Anaya
him.
Smith, bro.
I want to know what's
Or
going on
Isaiah
with him too.
Rogers.
Yeah, you don't even see him.
Nah, I don't like that.
Remember Devin Allen? Remember Devin Allen?
I liked him.
Oh yeah, Devin
Yeah.
Allen. That was him and
The
Covey. I
the
used to
sprinter.
confuse him and Covey.
He was the track runner.
Yeah, the sprinter.
Yeah,
Candy, I
he had
Yeah.
think
a
they
good
said
one.
that Dallas Goddard has one more year
Yeah,
with
he's on
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
last year. I could
he's
see.
got another year after this.
Yeah, Goddard could do the Ertz. He could have the Ertz effect and take a very good team-friendly deal because of his injury history, and be like, you know what, your best bet is to stay here on this deal. I could see that. I could see him taking an Ertz deal, Ertz-friendly deal.
But you can
Because
bet we
Ertz.
drafting your replacement.
Oh, we did. We
I
are.
feel
We're
like
gonna do
that's
the
the guy
same.
that would chase bread.
The same
We'll let you
thing.
hand pick them.
The
We'll let
same
you
thing
hand.
that
Yeah, you can
happened to
hand pick
Ertz
him.
is the same thing's gonna happen. Selleck or Ertz went right under Selleck, and Goddard
Yeah.
went right under Ertz, and the same thing. They're gonna get somebody, put him probably right under Goddard. I could see them re-signing Goddard to a pretty decent deal where it's not breaking anybody's bank.
Yeah.
He's
I
not
don't know,
available,
bro.
bro. Goddard's not
I want us
available,
to start
bro. He's
investing
never
some money
played a
on the
full season.
defensive side. I need us to start investing money on the defensive side, bro. Because everybody's paid on offense and our defense, like we playing with rookie contracts, but I don't want 22 and 23 to happen again. I don't want us to be so good that we're bad the next year. I don't
Yeah,
want
no,
that.
but you know what? That's not gonna happen, Warren, because there's too many cornerstone pieces on the rookie deal or in the second year of their rookie deal. This the youth of this defense, though, you don't gotta pay them for about another 3 years.
A lot of
Like
young bulls on this team.
Jalen
Yeah.
Carter, Quinion Mitchell, Cooper DeJean, they're all under the rookie contracts. Remember
And you
those
play
rookie,
CJ.
and
You
if
got
you're a
Nolan.
if you're a first round pick like Nolan, Jalen, you have the 5th year option, which players don't like, but teams do give them that as a rookie. When you're drafted after the first round, you automatically have the 4-year deal. The first round, you could get that 5th year. You get the 5th year option. That's what that's called. But you have to be a first round pick to get that.
Okay. Yeah,
So
I
remember,
just
Or they could
we
franchise
gotta
tag.
they gotta put more money. They gotta
or
put more money on
franchise
the
them
defense.
like Scotty said, or you could. It's basically like franchising them. It's the same shit. Franchising.
That's a good point, Shane, about Calcaterra. He is a lot. He's a lot quicker than Dallas.
Goddard's blocks though. Goddard is a
Goddard's a
very
better
good
blocker. That's the
bro.
thing.
Yeah, for
Goddard's
sure.
blocks.
For sure.
Goddard's blocks go crazy, bro. Watch Goddard block, bro. Tush push. He wants all that smoke. You can hear when he was mic'd up
That's
last
true.
year. He was talking so much to the opponents,
Yeah.
bro. He's
I
very
love that.
physical. That's what Ertz was. Ertz was scared to block. Remember they said 86 is scared to block. Like you would watch him on tape, just leaning away from the line of the trenches, leaning away. Goddard's going head on into steam.
Head first.
But yeah,
Yeah.
if y'all had to give us 3 players that y'all would re-sign, and we know Bond's gonna be one of them for.
No, let's take Bond out. I'm tired of his name already.
No. Add Bond. Add Bond.
Nah, keep him in there.
But give me 3 players because it's
All
probably
right, go
gonna be
ahead.
3 that we're probably gonna keep.
I got my 3.
Offense and defense.
Do it have to be long term or can it be like a 1-year deal?
Yo, Candy's
Long
funny.
term.
She said he
Long
can't
term.
block from the blue tent though. She's talking about Goddard.
I think it would be hard for him to get somebody to do another 1 year. You feel me? Unless like they do something where they give him the money up front. But
So
yeah, it would have to be a
3
long
players,
term.
3 long term.
Yeah, 3 long term.
All right. I got mine.
You got 34 million. You need to give it out correctly. Who you got, Jay? You want to go first, or
Yeah, I'm going Bond.
okay?
Going Becton. Believe it or not, I'm gonna give Blankenship a deal some way because Blankenship is on a 1-year deal too, and I'll figure out a way to keep him in the building because I do feel like he's a good piece on the defense. I feel like he's not gonna ask for a crazy bag, so I would add him into the equation. I feel like he's a decent piece.
That's a good one.
He's gonna be cheap. He's not gonna be expensive, so You pay a lot. You pay you try to balance out the money.
That's a good point. And he's the one that said that he actually loves football again. So
Yeah.
it changed his whole mindset to where he was probably going to retire.
Yeah.
So you said Becton, Bond, and Blankenship?
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Triple
All right.
B's.
Who you got, Scott?
I'm going Bond, Becton, and Milton Williams.
Ooh, okay.
That's the one I feel like we can't
Same.
afford. I feel like the more Millen Williams merges, I feel like he's gonna get out of our reach. He's gonna be like Javon
Yeah.
Hargrave. I feel like.
I didn't know. Are
He's
we
gonna
taking
get
that into account, or are we just naming 3 players that we wish we could
I
resign?
thought it was just 3 players.
three
Three
players.
players, yeah. For long-term deals to stay with the team for.
I do think that Williams is easier to replace than Zach Bond, but if it was up to me to pick 3, those are my 3. And it's kind of easy, to be honest. Because Josh Sweat is like, I would rather just get a DN in the draft anyway. And then Kenny
That's a good
Gainwell, he's cool, but like, we could get an RB2 somewhere else.
We got
It's not
We
that
got
big of a deal.
Shipley. Yeah,
We got Shipley, yeah. So, I
Yeah.
mean, to me, those 3 make the most sense.
I'm
What's going on?
gonna remix y'all picks. I'm gonna go Bun, Williams, and Blankenship.
Nice.
I like Blankenship. He come up big.
Okay.
I do love him. He's a good, like he'll steal a game like nothing. I love that.
Yeah.
He
I
turned
think
it-
I think you could get him. I just
Blankenship.
think you could get him for a cheaper deal than the other guys.
Yeah, he
But
turned
the
that Coop up.
Millen Williams is the one like I feel like he's just starting to emerge. Like he hasn't
What
even
about Sidney
scratched the
Brown?
surface yet. No, he's still a rookie deal. Sidney Brown.
No, I'm saying, but you got Sidney Brown to replace Blankenship.
I think Blankenship is better.
After the thing about
Yeah.
after seeing McCullum go out there and not Sidney Brown, there's some type of writing on the wall from Fangio.
That's exactly what I said, bro. I said, like, because the thing about Fangio, he sees stuff. Like, he's not just going to do that for no reason because he's like, oh, let me try this. Like, there's something that he sees in Sidney Brown that he doesn't like.
That he does not like. There's something.
Coach on rock with Sidney.
Yep, just like we were saying, bro.
Seriously speaking,
That might be why he's only on special teams.
When he went out, I thought I was gonna see him, and I saw McCullum come in. I'm like, there's a reason why McCullum came in, and he's raving about McCullum like he's raving about Bond. So there's something he sees.
I don't know what it is, but there's something there.
Fangio got an eye, man. Fangio got an eye for what he wants, and that's what he wants to put on the field.
We looking at Sidney Brown, the athlete, but we looking at McCullum like he can really cover. Like he was in the position twice to make interception. He just dropped them. I haven't seen Sidney just go up and make a play like Kyler Murray threw an interception to him, the one he ran back 100 yards. But that was just a bad throw. Like he didn't go get it.
Great. Yeah. But those things that Blankenship is good at, do you feel like those things are coachable though?
No.
What Blankenship does is not coachable?
No.
I mean, part of it, like,
is McCullum a free agent? Or is he?
I believe he's a 1-year deal too. Check a 1-year deal.
I didn't see him on that list. What's his name? Tristan?
Yeah, he should be on the. He might be on a 1-year undrafted free agent or something.
Yeah.
I didn't see him on that list I looked up, but let me see.
Just look him up individually and see what his contract is.
I think that's good having him on special teams though. Him and Ringo on special teams.
He actually signed a 2-year deal. So Tristan McCullum signed a 2-year deal with us.
Oh, so he's 2, so perfect. So then he's in the building. But look, Sidney Brown is the same thing.
He said ship Slay out.
Slip no place.
Hold on, what?
Whoa, don't get Antoine. Antoine about to get mad now.
Nah, we don't play about Slay.
Slay's trying.
Eagle Boy 1022. Let me know why you think we need to get rid of Slay.
Look, the thing about Slay, I think Slay will give up some plays, but he's gonna come back and make a play, bro.
He said Slay is done.
Yeah, Slay. Slay. This year is
not
showing
this year.
His decline. No, this year showing his decline. I don't know if he makes it after this season. Like physically,
I don't know, bro. I feel like Slay is like he's making big plays still.
He is, but
like
he's injured every game, and that's a sign of your body not holding up.
His body's definitely that's true.
Your mind is there. His mind is there. Remember, your mind and your body go together in football, and it's like he's trying though. He's trying, bro. He's trying.
Who
You
would
can
they
see it.
replace him with?
And look, I'm a major Slay fan. Major. That's one of my favorite players on the whole team.
That's what I'm saying. Do
Yeah,
But
y'all want Slay or do y'all want
I can see
Isaiah
that.
Rodgers or
oh, I'd rather have
Kelly
Slay.
Ringo?
No. I'll take Slay over Rodgers and Ringo, even old Slay. Put it that
Exactly.
way. Like I'm taking him over that.
Me
So
too.
I'm not getting rid of Slay. I'm letting Slay play out his contract. I'm letting him keep going because his mind is valued in that locker room.
Right.
His leadership is valued. I
Right.
Do you
just know
think
that he's
Ringo's next? If they were to get rid of Slay, would Ringo be next?
Ringo line
Probably.
up. I mean, Ringo's in line next. I just feel like Slay got to keep playing until he can't no more. That's basically what it is because we don't
He's
got
gonna
nothing
play out
better.
this contract, and then he's gonna be
When
done.
when he was when he
Really.
was out, Rodgers didn't look ultimately terrible, but he was not playing as good as Slay. And Slay's
Rodgers
not
getting
even at,
burnt.
and he's not as, but he wasn't getting like not. Remember, no. Think about it. No Eagles defender this whole season after the bye has got killed. Really, 1-on-1, nobody has. So Cooper got killed by Thielen. Rodgers was getting cooked. I don't believe it was by. Was it Puka? Was it at the Rams game? Which
Whatever
was the
game
Yeah.
game?
Slay missed.
Yeah, I think whatever game he missed, he was getting cooked. You understand? It's true. But Slay, we saw the difference when Slay came back. It got short up again, the defense. So I feel like he got to play until he can't no more.
Okay, I feel that.
Yeah, I don't think he's a
You
liability.
said the same thing like Fletch.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
everybody was saying Fletcher was done, but
that's a
Yeah,
good
when
point.
we
Because
didn't have him, it looked different.
Yeah, it looked a lot different. That because we put everything on Jordan Davis. We thought Jordan Davis was
But
going to be that
but
guy,
but
but we had to
Fletcher
change up his
retired at a
role.
right moment because Fletcher was not what he once was, and he knew that,
Yeah.
and we all knew that. If he
That's
wasn't
true.
getting the triple teams no more, and we didn't have that guy no more. Now we have Carter, which is like a young Fletcher. Remember when Fletcher first got on the team? He wasn't
Mm-hmm.
getting the sacks, he wasn't getting everything, but what was he getting? Pressures,
Precious.
quarterback hurries, quarterback hits.
And
He was
that allows
getting.
other people to get in there and get pressures
See,
and
see,
sacks.
I always thought that Fletcher was getting replaced by Davis, and Javon Hargrave was getting replaced with Jalen Carter. That's what I always thought.
Yeah.
Like they were swapping those two out, and I think now that everybody is realizing that Jordan Davis is just a straight up nose guard, like that's
Yeah.
just what he is. They want to. That's why that Milton Williams talk, and we also got a Jomo too, who we can
I
Yeah.
like
who we can put
Ojomo. We
there.
haven't mentioned him. I like
Yeah,
Ojomo
we
too.
can put a Jomo there. There's this defensive tackle from Baylor. I forgot what his name is, but he's really good. But he's on the practice. He got drafted by the Eagles last year. I mean, the 2024 draft. He got
Right.
drafted, but apparently he's supposed to be next and upcoming too. I don't know his name right now, but he played for Baylor. But he's good. Yeah, bro, it's difficult trying to come up with who's gonna stay. But let's see. Maybe with time. Davis is trash.
He
You
not
just
trash.
you can't split the dogs up. That's the thing.
Nah, he
You
not
just can't
trash,
split them
bro.
up.
He's definitely the weak link of the Bulldogs that we have, but I wouldn't say he's trash.
He's definitely better than Mozzie Smith.
If you gave me,
Yeah,
if
for
you
sure.
told me, I
He
would say,
playing
Way better
way
than
better.
Mozzie
I would
Smith.
say, I would say he's underwhelming a little bit, Jordan Davis, to a degree. It's not what
Huh?
we thought it would be. It's not what we thought it would
No,
be.
it's not. I was expecting more,
He
but he's
playing
not. I
way
don't think
better
he's
than he did
trash.
last year.
He's not trash. Trash is not the word.
He playing way
I
better than he
think
played last year, though.
he is. He is. What do y'all think of Hunt? I
Oh
think
yeah,
Hunt is
Jalen's
I
next.
like Hunt.
I
Oh
think
man,
Hunt is
Jalen's Hunt.
Sweat's
I forgot
replacement.
about
I,
Hunt. I like Hunt.
I like Hunt's
Oh yeah,
comment
he'll
after
be
when they were
sweat
going in the
replacement.
tunnel.
Yeah.
Did you see his comment when he was going in the tunnel? He's like, he basically was saying, the Steelers are more physical, but he was being sarcastic, saying
Oh
it
yeah,
like,
Oh,
yeah,
I
I saw
saw
that.
yeah,
that.
you see that, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah. I
like Hunt.
think
yeah. I
He
like
can
him.
his
He does a lot with his limited time.
yeah. Hunt is definitely going to be Sweat's replacement. I
You
don't
could
know.
do
These
without
players
Sweat,
really
like
don't.
Scotty said. You could do without Sweat, bro. You could do with a random
You
guy in the
can.
draft in the third round.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can definitely do that. I agree. Davis is one of the guys we just don't see. Yeah,
Exactly.
that's
Exactly.
where the pressure comes into play.
Yep.
That's where he said they just applying pressure. Uh, Davis is a good player. Problem is, yeah,
Oh, that's true.
I wanted Hamlin. I mean
I
Hamilton.
I wanted him too.
I wanted to pick up Chop Robinson in the draft.
Him too.
But
Chop.
yeah, Chop
Yeah.
Robinson,
Yeah.
he would have been good. But yeah, Hunt is good too. But yeah,
Yeah.
fellas, I didn't know we were, bro. We're about to hit 2 hours. I think this has been our
Yeah,
longest
we've been
one.
going for a little minute.
My
Yeah,
light
but
died.
before we get up out of here, is there anything y'all want to say? What's y'all prediction for this Commanders game coming up?
BTA.
Go to ass, my friend. Actual score
I
prediction
like
though,
that.
I'm gonna go. What they have on us last time? 16.
It-
I think so. Yeah.
I'm gonna say 28-16. That might be the exact score that it was, but I'm gonna go with
oh,
it.
That's true.
Give me
Shane
34
said
14.
37-22.
34
What was
14.
that? All right, 34-14.
Jake go miss an extra point.
Damn.
Ooh. They
See,
playing
I'm
they
usually the one
playing
that goes
in
high with the
Washington
scores.
too. What you got, Jay?
give me 31-20. Keep this under 20 going. 20 points and under, gang. That's what we're doing. We're not even giving teams 3 touchdowns.
What was the score again?
31-20.
Got you.
And that 20 is gonna come at the end. It's gonna. I really like 31-14, but I think they're gonna get a late score like the Eagles defense been giving up late as of late.
Mm-mm.
They got Marshawn Lattimore now, right?
They start playing soft. Eagles defense start playing soft at the end, been letting teams just get them last little yards on them last little drive. Bro, the Eagles, if you take away a couple last drives, man, their point difference would even be different.
Okay. So we're really weird about breaking numbers, bro. We should have broke 30 last game. We should have broke
But we
40
didn't.
the
But
game
that's why
before
I tell
that.
you we're
I
a
know,
different
Yeah.
bro.
squad.
I usually go
Purposely,
high
why?
scoring, but
But you know what it is,
I
more like I said, they could have do the Lions effect and just start marching down the field, but methodically they're imposing their will. That's their formula. A 10-minute drive to salt away a game is unheard of, bro.
plus it's
You
just
got it.
not situational football to just try to run the number
true.
up.
The
Like
Eagles are just so
Yeah.
smart. They're not trying to pad. You could tell that Dan Campbell loves stats because he leaves his guys in there 36 seconds. They have
that
25.
dude is a psychopath, bro.
He is a psychopath. He still
He
got
is, bro.
Goff in there throwing bombs with
Yeah.
36 seconds. Like, what are you doing?
Hey, that's what's gonna mess them up going into the
Yeah,
bro.
you
What
gotta
would
try
you
to.
think if the Lions go into the playoffs and they get knocked out first round? Like
I can
that's
see
a
that.
possibility.
I can
That's
see
I
that.
would
That's a
laugh,
possibility.
bro.
That's a high possibility right
Yep.
now.
It'll be like a close game, and then Dan Campbell want to go for it on 4th and 18.
Yeah, because
To me, they just
David
haven't played a
Montgomery was
lockdown
carrying the load
defense.
for Gibbs a lot. Gibbs, I
No,
don't.
Jay said though they never really played like a lockdown defense. I mean,
They
it's hard to
haven't.
say any team is a lockdown defense when our defense is as good as it is.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
bro,
we're the
I
defense
just think
that
that
they got to make a statement on.
yeah,
I got my score at 28-23.
28, 23.
I got it being close just because what we did to him last time. Jaden Daniels is going to
The
run a lot
Jaguars
more.
score.
That was the
Stay
No, he
Jaguars
not.
within
score.
their form.
I think that was our score on the Jaguars game.
Okay. Yeah, I just feel like it's going to be a close game, 28-23. Jaden Daniels is going to want to ball out. They got Lattimore, so I feel like he's going to want to show something. But it's definitely going to be a Saquon game. I want Saquon to just end it all in the Giants. Like, think about it. He breaks the record in New York. Like, I would
200
personally
yards on
like
it,
that.
running for the
Yeah.
number one
I don't know if
seed.
he's gonna break. We'll say that talk for next week probably. But
Yeah,
let's
most
come back. Let's
definitely.
circle back to Saquon's record or the
Yeah, next
NFL
week.
record.
I think
Good
he's
Yeah.
talk.
gonna
Good
hang
talk.
up. I think he gonna hang up a $150 on these boys. I think he's gonna make up for the extra yards that he didn't get this game. I think he's gonna. He didn't break a big one. He still ended up with 65 yards, and he was hustling
Yeah.
for all those yards, bro, without
Yeah, he
breaking them.
was.
So I see him having a $120. I see him getting close to the record, and then that last game, if we're fighting for the number one seed, him just going absolutely off on the Giants to cap the season off. I can see that.
Damn.
But you can't write a story
That'd be
better than that.
beautiful. That'd be beautiful,
Imagine him
bro.
getting like 220 rushing yards on his last day to break a record. Some crazy stuff could happen, bro.
Appreciate you, Nikki, getting the score down for us. Appreciate
Yeah, thank you again, Nikki.
Love the Eagles, man.
Shout out to all the interaction today too. I feel
Yeah,
like that
appreciate
was
everybody.
most
fun with all the
definitely.
comments.
Shout out to everybody.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody in the comments.
For sure.
Appreciate y'all. But yeah, we about to guys, we'll stay on for a second, but we'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good night. We'll see y'all next Tuesday. And like I said, fly Eagles fly. Go
Go
Birds.
Birds.
Go Birds.
Damn.